Oh yeah, please, Atticus, drop some on the Discord. Thank you for the hanging lights, and everybody, welcome in the Theory Piece tonight. Now, you guys, as you can see, normally it'd be four of our big-headed asses up here, but it's two of us today. You know what I'm saying? It's two. It's me and Ghost today. Drag and E not here tonight, but don't worry, we're still getting deep, still getting far into the chapter. We got a lot to talk about. Austin, thank you for the gifts coming in, brother. We're getting started off hot tonight. Hell yeah. Oh, you're jinxing TikTok. Okay, JT, this is you on TikTok. Okay, good. So your Twitch name is JT, and TikTok you're Jinx. Gotcha. And for those who don't know, we are live on Twitch. So if you have longer thought out theories that you want to share or whatnot, I do recommend going over to Twitch because we can see them easier in Austin. Again, thank you for all the crystal roses. You're Austin and GG's, brother. But to everybody,
We'll be reading all three chats, and we got Twitch, we got Discord, we got TikTok here, so we'll be getting to all of them. So wherever you want to put your theories, we'll get
oh
to them
yeah,
eventually.
I got all three screens open. In use today, Ghost. I actually put the third one in use.
Nice.
So
And
who's
that's up
getting
to you, Rune.
RJ? You want to know who's getting Dom University when we get from the flashback? Because a few don't make sense. Why don't they make sense? I personally think it's going to be Nami, Usopp, and Sanji. Those are my thoughts, but I'm
I
curious
think
as to what's up, Ghosty.
I could see Luffy now that we've like have the potential for like all these top tiers getting like I was kind of always on board with Luffy losing this encounter. So being Dami reversied and having that be why they lose, becoming like the Nightmare Luffy, but then not having it be a good like outcome like Thriller Bark was.
Them having to fight Luffy would be crazy. But oh, you remember that one part where they're sailing on the ship and Luffy, he like kind of gets put into this. He gets hypnotized, and he fights the entire crew on the ship and starts fucking the ship up and beating their ass. I think it's
Yeah.
something similar to that when they're sailing. I gotta see what your name is, dude. It's so many. I gotta see what you. Can I just call you? I'm gonna call you AD. What's up, AD? How you doing, my friend? And Genius, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Welcome in to the stream. Good to see you. We're filling up with people in Theory Piece tonight. Love to see it. Oh yeah.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Michael with the
I think
heartbeat,
like
the
the
chilies.
biggest people who are going to be intrinsic in reverting Dummy Reversey are going to be Usopp and Chopper. We've seen like Usopp's like negation abilities to like negativity, nightmares, and stuff like that. We saw at the beginning of the arc when he went up against Iscat, said hallucinations can't hurt me. I mean, that time it wasn't a hallucination. This time it is actual hallucination nightmares. So this time he will overcome them. But also, it'll be one of the best like team ups since Alabasta and Wano, obviously, because they're always just cooking something up. Either they're blowing something up or they're curing somebody together.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So they're gonna love bomb, like quite literally love bomb the whole island. We're gonna get a cherry blossom moment from Chopper, which is gonna be beautiful. Quell's gonna be happy. Well, I'm gonna be happy. Usopp is gonna get his moment where he does his shit like every single arc where he turns the tides by thousands. It's gonna be beautiful.
It's good, dude. You know what's also going to reference, right? It's Chopper and Usopp are the biggest two, right? Because Elbath, the winter solstice that they have, that's just Christmas Eve. Chopper and Usopp together defeated Mister Four and Mrs. Merry Christmas. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Actually, I just realized. I just remembered that. That is a W pull right there, Ghosty. Oh my god. And to everyone who just came
I
in,
love referencing that. Like that fight is so good.
oh, it is. It is. And to everyone coming in, by the way, hello guys. I know we were just doing a little bit of yapping there, but we do see you. Hello, good to see you. Welcome in. Thank you guys for coming to hang out. Kevin with the heart me's and roses. I appreciate you, brother. I see you coming in. Thank you, thank you. Usopp snow fruit. I like that theory that you posted. Unavailable with a journal. Okay, that's the first time I've ever gotten one of those. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
That looks cool.
It was cool. It was like an astronaut swimming in the fucking lake.
I would love to see Usopp like and how he would use a Logia because we've seen some Logias that aren't like super broken top tiers. Like the easiest one we can point to is Smoker, right? Like someone who should be a top tier, but like he's been very limited in what he can do so far, which is how he's been written. You can always write Usopp that way, right?
Hmm.
Monet, the same person who just had the snow fruit, not exactly a force to be reckoned with once you know what you're doing against them. And then Logias have been not necessarily crippled, but they've been equalized in the new world. So giving him a Logia wouldn't actually break him. I think giving him the Pawpaw fruit might actually break him more than a Logia. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a guy saying that he debunked your theories on a live like over a month ago. Okay.
Was
Okay.
it the same person who didn't know that Davy Jones was in the story? Because then that would still be funny.
These are, in fact, the same people who said Davy Jones does not exist in One Piece. These are the same people. They ain't debunk shit. Unavailable. Thank you, my
Like,
friend. I
also,
appreciate
there's a difference between debunking something and saying just something, oh, he was wrong about something. It's like negating the other 9 out of 10 things we were right about. It's like, here's the one thing. Here's the one aspect.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll take it. We'll take what we get with them. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's all good.
Unavailable. Thank you for your roses and roses, my friend. And yes, we in fact do know that Zebek in Vietnamese does translate to buggy. That is something we were upon Zebek's introduction. Everyone was pretty much so looking into. Garb choosing to be a marine after seeing Saturn turn
Very
into
good
a demon.
connection, though.
Oh yeah. Why did Garp choose to be a marine after seeing Saturn turn? I mean, he was already a marine, so like, I would more so think because of what is said by Roxy Zebek about the future, about how Emo will be taken down. Maybe Garp took heed to those words.
Right, like, it sounds stupid to say that it probably is better for him to use his position within the Marines to, if he did start Sword alongside Bogart and a couple other people, to quite literally take these people under their wing to keep them safe while still also being in harm's way. Like, the one connection I can easily make is like, like Oscar Schindler, right? Like, that's like what I was talking about before stream. It's like he was saving the Jewish people while still being a part of the Nazi regime, but his intentions at the start were for monetary gain until he realized, oh, I can actually make change. Once he realized that change can actually happen on a simple act, that's when things started to get rolling. So Garp's kind of in the same position where he's just like, he's under this oppressive rule. He knows he needs to act. Possibly like that the whole parallel is him starting Sword is him getting people into that safe position where they can make their own decisions, but they're still in the system, right?
Yep.
So if that is the case, that's a step in the right direction. And if he's still feeding information to the revolutionaries, that's even better. So if he can play the heel and ultimately be that sacrifice in the end, I might redeem his character. But there's also the fact that there could be a memory wipe situation of those who come into contact with Emu in a large clash.
Garp is
Like,
also
there's no reason for not to.
true. And dude, he's also so adamant about the newer generation, so it makes sense that Garb, knowing that he can't do anything as he is, he's got to hope for the next generation. That's why he puts so much faith into Kobe and Helmeppo and training them and making them powerful for the next generation to bring Emu down, you know?
Right. Like, if what we're expecting from the next chapter to see like all these top tiers go up against Emu and do absolutely nothing, all you could do is sit there and cry. Like, what do you mean? Like, all you can do is wait for Joy Boy. That's like Kaido basically became the worst version of himself to bring Joy Boy about, right? Like, that's it's like, please, please. Like, I saw what happened. I can't do shit.
Dude, Ghost, I made a theory. Um, fuck, and the theory just blinked my mind. What's the last thing you just said?
That's something about Kaido.
Fucking A. It'll come back to me. Oh my
Yeah, it's all
god.
good.
Hello, everyone who just came in. Hi, Amy. Hello to you, Gars. Teach, how are you guys doing? And yes, we can get to all these things in a second here. Just whenever we talk about one topic, we might stay on it for a bit. So you guys gonna have to give us a second with that topic we're on. And thank you for the heart meet
Yeah,
and the
we
go
were talking
taco.
about Kaido becoming the worst version of himself. And then you like, huh,
Wait, who becoming the worst version of themselves?
Kaido. But like your eyes lit up like because we were talking about Garp before that, and then we talked about Kaido becoming the worst version of himself. So we're possibly leading into some sort of don't be reversey aspect of it because like if his like whole life view is being shattered right now, he's very susceptible to Dami Reversey out of like all the top tiers right now.
Yeah. Oh,
And Roger is going to be like the one that gets them divine departure, right? Like get them out of there.
You're the one that you. That's what it was. So fuck, I lost it again.
Tommy Reversi Garp. There you go.
Oh, okay. I made a theory about there being a different type of hockey, another step in hockey that needs to be used to damage the devils or damage the devils that are
Yep.
emu. Like, the kind of the black hockey that I was trying to talk about, like that demigod hockey, or well, not demi, but the devil hockey, I like to call it. It's looking like that might actually be the case. Unavailable. Thank you for the Rosa and Gold boxing. Even if it's not specifically the devil hockey being the case, which I still think it is, it's the fact that we need another step in Conqueror's hockey in order to damage emu. That's what's needed.
And going back to what I was saying about Garp in my video, like if he got Domi reversied, he might, like in his Aokichi fight, have a strong enough will in hockey to bust out of it and just be like, no, and fight back. But then he might also be able to use his transformation as it's fading as that like last source or like ounce of like demonic hockey within him, and just like with the Foxy fight and Luffy, boom, at the very end, reflects all his power back at him and basically wins, right?
Hits them with their own.
Guardian Fist at the very end, boom, is the reason that Emu is stopped, becomes the hero of the Marines, because all the Marines and everyone around who do by chance witness this shit see that all they see is a demon being expelled from the island. That's worthy of becoming the hero of the Marines.
Well, I would. Do you think it's that they're fighting against rocks, and that's where he puts the final, like, mirror fist to rocks, ends rocks, or he does it to emu, like you said, and that's what releases rocks' Domi Reversi. Then he just is dying from it.
I would think that like Garp's sense of justice is so like intrinsically like inside him that them specifically fucking with that is going to be just like, you are the object of my desire and fist right now. It's the same thing with Sanji when his shadow was put in that little penguin dog, and then he was ordered to hit Nami.
He wouldn't do it.
Yep. Couldn't mess with his sense of justice. Yep. So I think there is some inkling there where he would be able to fight back. Like Zebek, he's going to be able to fight back in some way. Being ordered to kill your family, he was already willing to do that.
Yep.
What do you mean? He was already mowing down the Davy clan, and it's just saying, why aren't they dying? He's just like, he was going for the kill. What do you mean? That's your stipulation. That's easy. That's granted power. You just gave your worst enemy everything he wanted. An undying body and regeneration? Okay, here's the easiest win condition. The thing I was already doing.
Got it, honey. Thank you for the heart me and the heart puff. I mean, when you put it like that, I mean,
they're making just a string of bad decisions where it's just like they're creating their worst enemies. Like in the next couple panels where they say just like to Saturn and Emu talking together, it's like, if we keep continuing, as Kaido's going up into the sky, we might birth something that's worse off. Yeah, you just birthed all the titles of the world's strongest creature, man, like the Pirate King, the world's greatest criminal. You created your greatest enemy within the Celestial Dragons of Shanks, the Davy clan, when Teach, like,
do you think
so? You don't think so many messes?
So you think they meant that and not actually something actually being created or coming there at God Valley?
It could be both, but like to have that be a figurative statement and then have Emu's the world be a figurative statement might get too confusing for people. So like to have one literal statement and one figurative might make sense to me, but like it could be both in both situations. Because obviously there's two sides to everything, good and bad timeline, Domi reverse.
I think it's a
whole thing.
Yeah, I think it's a two things can be true situation where both end up happening, where like we see that the first one's like a hint towards it, but it's them telling you it's about to happen, and then the second time it happens. So when it's a two things can be true, it's a hint and it's them telling you it's about to happen with it actually happening in the same time,
Yeah, it's like a callback to it's good that they use Kaido again. It's a callback to when they talked about Luffy awakening in Wano, and they used that same dragon to take out the potential sun god, or at least attempted to. So it's like they were trying to outweigh the like the one thing they created over the next thing they failed to stop.
Emu dominating reversing Zebek though, right? And then Zebek possibly having some type of intrinsic or innate ability to deny that dominating reversy or not be subdued by it. Zebek might be the one that expels Emu off of Gotten Valley. Then we have the finality of what the Domiversi or the soul within taking him over, where they have to finally expel Zebek and defeat Zebek.
Yeah, like the biggest bad gets expelled by like rocks
Mm-hmm.
and whatever else, and then they have to fight the lesser version of Emu, like basically like the vessel.
Exactly. It's like in the Bible when the beast of the sea is slain and the false prophet breathes life into it, bringing it back to life in its own image. So it's like breathing Domiversi into Zebek and bringing him back in Emu's image, which is that of a devil.
Well, and one of the cool things about this like chapter coming up is the whole Emu saying, "Are you Davy Jones?" and him saying, "Nah, but what is promised will be fulfilled." Like I absolutely love that because that ties back to why they're called Davy back fights. We want Davy back. Give him back to us.
A fight for Davy Jones back, baby.
Yeah, give us Davy back. That's what it's been this whole time.
I like it. I like it. You feel like the Homeland theory has to be true because how did Emu not do it sooner? His whole crew's around him. It would be only Emu pulling up. I love the theory of the Homeland being the one place where you can be. Adon, thank you for the follow over on Twitch, by the way. And I love that being the one thing that, requires Domiversi to be in your homeland. But
I think it's very limiting. It's too limiting.
for what it is, it doesn't seem like I just only being in the homeland just seems too limiting, way too limiting.
Yeah, because that makes the Straw Hats way too safe in this situation, right?
And
That removes any of the stakes coming out.
like,
of
yeah,
this
there's no
flashback. It's just like who gives
there's
a
no
shit?
there's no
What is
stakes
he doing?
unless we have like a situation where Loki gets Domiversi because it's his homeland, and but the Emu already chose all the other giants. The Emu would have did that when Loki was down there. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Right, and it's already been established that Loki is strong enough and knows how to expel the evil. Like he already knows the trick. He just didn't have a name to it. He just
Yep.
didn't know it was Conqueror's hockey, right? Like he just
And if the Straw Hats aren't able to be Domiversi, or at least Emu can only do it in the homeland, again, there's no stakes here necessarily, besides the fact of we need to get this bitch off the island. That's the way I see it.
Side note: how did Teach turn out fat when his dad is fit as fuck? Drama. The trauma weight. To be honest. He is probably gonna have a glow up, or someone's gonna have a glow up because of like there's a Wapple connection where he has his little chubby form and then he also has his tall slender form. So whoever absorbs the other, right? It's gonna create that slender form.
I can't wait till we see Prime
We're
Blackbeard.
getting some backpack.
When we see,
We're getting skinny Blackbeard. He's gonna be beautiful.
I can't wait to see Prime Blackbeard. He's gonna look so good. He's gonna look so good, dude. And we'll finally get to see his hair too.
Has he always been wearing a bandana too? Like, have we ever seen his forehead in particular? Like,
Nope, just like Zoro.
not that he would like need a 3-Eye Tribe member after that, but if we've established like what we've established, if the males don't have like a third eye, they just have like a limited access to the voice of all things in comparison.
Well, Ghost, imagine the other soul inside him. He's keeping it asleep. The third eye awakens that other soul, so he keeps that other eye fucking hidden and sleeps, so the Zebek soul doesn't take his ass over. Keep a bandana on.
He's Professor Quirrell. He's got Voldemort in the back of his head.
Dude, that's literally what I think.
He's got to wear a bandana.
That's what I would think, though. Like, the third eye symbolizes the awakening, or the awakening of the inner soul, or the inner soul within him, that is Zebek's soul. So Blackbeard himself keeps that asleep, or keeps it hidden off. Keeps the eye shut. But I would also encompass like how Blackbeard always has his headband on. Zebek himself, when he goes to fight, not Zebek, but how Zoro always has his headband on when Blackbeard goes to fight. For him, he takes that bitch off. When that thing comes off, it's game time. That's what I would.
like that.
But think about it too.
Yeah.
In
Mask off, hats off.
in Haitian voodoo mythology, dude, it's literally stated that a golden skull with a bandana around it, Hachinosu, symbolizes a vengeful spirit wanting to come back and get revenge.
Oh, and what was Davy Jones drawn as? A little man with a.
Bandana? Same teeth as Blackbeard?
Oh fuck.
Damn.
Legends. I like it.
Don, I appreciate you, my friend.
Imagine Teach having waves under that bandana. That'd be sick. It'd be like waves going to like a sort of like mullet situation.
You think Emu sends the Gorsei to islands, and if she has to, she pulls up and dommies the inhabitants? Busted, by the way, thank you for your goats and your pumpkins, but maybe, thank you guys for getting me goats with me tonight too. Well, getting us up to 10K likes. We appreciate you guys. Thank you. You think he's hiding a crazy bald spot? I think you're trolling. I think you're trolling. He might.
With the like speculation, like I know we have like differing views on like who Davy Jones is, but if Davy Jones is Joy Boy, and Luffy has that like spirit of like Nika and Joy Boy and that inherited will Fire was just like he's Tanjit's brother to like Davy Jones. That would kind of make sense with like that like familial look that they both share. That he's saying that like long time no see, because he's seeing like the shape of his soul. The shape of like Davy Jones, right? Like the spirit of that inherited will, as opposed to just like who's in front of him, right? So that would kind of be a cool tie as well, back to Long Rain Long Land.
I think Davy Jones is his father. You've seen Castlevania, right?
Snippets. I haven't seen the whole thing, but I'm being spoiled.
Well, okay, so like Dracula, right? You know, king of the demon, son, yeah, whatever. Dracula, he has a wife. It's a human wife. He ends up marrying, right? So you have a demon and a human coming together, like we talked about with like Lily and Davy Jones. So they come together, and they have a child. That's Alucard. It's just Dracula backwards. It's Dami Reversi, you know? Alucard's the hybrid child who's like the slated savior. That's literally just fucking Joy Boy, right? But his wife gets killed by humanity, or the people, gets slayed. And he gives them a certain, like, I think it's like 100 days specifically. Wait, is it 100? Anyways.
Was it 100 days, or was it like a year? He's just like, you have a year to go.
It might have been a year, yeah. But he gives them like a long time to like repent or whatever the fuck. They don't. So he just brings his demons to fucking destroy everything. That's what I think kind of similar.
My wife Tails.
Well, I think something similar happened with Davy Jones there. I think something very similar happened with Davy Jones. But we also get this point where Dracula's now in power, and Alucard is the slated one, or Joy Boy, the slated one who's supposed to come and slay his father. So I wouldn't be surprised if Joy Boy's father is Davy Jones himself, you know? Davy Jones being the demon that was in love with Lily, Lily being influenced by Emu, and basically you would have Emu, Lily, Joy Boy, and Davy Jones.
Okay.
Joy Boy would be the son, Davy Jones and Lily would be basically, Davy Jones would be in love with Lily, wanting to be with Lily, or with Lily, right? Emu would be Davy Jones would be the one with Lily, Emu would be the one who longs for and wants Lily, right? So the way they end up getting Lily is by manipulating and getting the son, that is Joy Boy, and Davy Jones to fight and kill each other. Or, what I believe actually happens, Lily gets killed or taken over. Which leads to Emu in Lily's body pitting Davy Jones and Joy Boy against each other, causing them to kill each other and slay each other. And that way, Emu now is left to rule by themselves, having inhabited Lily's body and tricked both the sun and the moon, causing them to kill each other.
Right. No, I'm on board with that. No, because it's like a version slash variation of what I kind of talk about. It's just like in a different font and like a different like
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
coordination, but like that's the thing. Like when we're going through all the parallels of the story, it's always jumbled up. So it's always going to be some sort of variation of those like three or four kind of doing the same thing or being a different version of themselves, right?
Yeah, but it also, dude, also
Like,
think about it.
like in one version, like one of them's sick. In every version, like in every version, one of them's sick. In every version of them, one of them's bad. One of them doesn't know what's going on, and one of them's trying to like save them, right? It's like
Mhm. Oh yeah, one of them's sick, one of them's bad.
multiverse.
I was thinking the other. I was thinking the other one. I went the other fifth one. There's five, right? One's sick, one's bad, one's like,
Well, if we're going over like a fifth like hidden god, that might just be the influence now that is what's corrupted Emu, right? Like we might have the four physical gods, but like the Akasha that was removed because
yeah,
it was seen as intangible and like wasn't really a thing, like that could be like what the void is that Akasha aspect that's like trying to reincorporate itself.
well, you know what this makes me think of? Like how the name itself is like the sun god. If he's the son of Davy Jones, someone they worship as God or their king, sun god, but the son of God, Jesus Christ. Like
Right.
so, he he could have. I'm Davy Jones. Him being Davy Jones' son sounds pretty damn good. But you know,
No, that's fair. And then like one I was gonna say like one of his sons, like if there's gonna be like two sons at this point, one of them was set up to be like a sacrifice, kind of like Jesus was meant to be like the sacrifice for people's sins and everything, so that there's actually an atonement and like a reason for repentance, right? Like someone
yeah.
had to be sacrificed for repentance to even be a thing, and like
Well, you know the story I have of like Goka and Emu or Namu, how they have a child, like the first Demon King Gomu. That's probably. What if that's just Emu? Emu's the first child, and then Joy Boy's the half brother. Although I like to think Joy Boy and Davy Jones are better, are the brothers. You know, if they're not, if they don't end up being like, if Joy Boy doesn't just end up being Davy Jones himself. You know.
yeah. Just trying to think.
You think Blackbeard and Zebek are of the Earth God lineage? I mean, Zebek named himself. I mean, I think this the Earth God. That's Davy Jones, Goka, Yonka 1 and 2. 1154, Zebek's introduction. The 4 is what ends it. Actually, in 1153, we get Loki's birth. The 3 is tied to the rain, death, and sadness. That's Loki's birth exactly. In 1163, what do we just get? Death and sadness, the Domireversity of rocks. But also, 1153 is the birth of Loki, the birth of a demon. 1163 is the Domireversity of rocks, the birth of a demon. See the commonality? 1154, the introduction of rocks, a member of the Earth Clan. 1164, we should have an introduction of another member of that same clan, or otherwise, probably Davy Jones himself. We might see Davy Jones next chapter, or at least hear his voice. That is something I'm sure of. Thank you for the goats, by the way, goddess. I appreciate you. And what's up, Yusef? What's up?
Speaking of like earth gods and earth spirits and all that shit, I need to look into the Tsuchigumo again. Do you remember what that is?
Not necessarily, no.
So for those of you who aren't very like yokai delvy, the Gyuki, which Saturn is the Uji Oni, which is like a minotaur of Japanese mythology, which is the spider bull. There's also a very similar yokai called the Tsuchigumo, which is like essentially the same thing, but it's like the hybrid form that we see with like Saturn, where it has like the actual like human arms and that sort of body, like more of a Black Maria sort of body. But it is called like the Earth Spider, and the fact that he is like Tsuchigumo means Earth Spider, I'm pretty sure, but the association is with the Earth, and now that he's in God Valley, again associated with rocks, I want to look and see what kind of stuff is there potentially.
So, do we think Rocks? Do you think there's a possibility that the Tsuchiguma could encompass Emu, possibly even taking over Rocks and what he could look like?
Well, like you know how like okay, the Ushi Oni is like 100% like Saturn, and
Yeah.
now we see Emu coming in as this like extension of them. That could be the Tsuchigumo, like more like human aspect, being like out of their back. I'm trying to find a good picture of them. Kind of represents that.
Davy Jones might be Joy Boy's Dami University demon that was working together with Joy Boy in the Abyss. Like Davy Jones being Joy Boy's dark side. I like that a lot. Like if his light side was nicknamed Joy Boy or named Joy Boy, his dark side being called Davy Jones or having the name of Davy Jones would be beautiful. It would exemplify the duality of the story too. And what's
Well,
up,
and it would
Grizzly?
also make sense out of the two devil fruits of the Nika fruit and the Yami being like two sides of the same coin, looking the same, looking as like a completion of the other, right? Because like, you have the mythical Zoan, which is basically the everything but Logia, and then you have the Logia aspect, which is everything else, of missing everything else.
Well, dude, you know my whole theory of like this is where the Yami Yami no Mi might be created. I'm curious because it's supposed to be created from the soul of Zebek himself. Like that's how it gets created. So I want to see like, are we about to see a devil fruit get made? Like, are we gonna finally see it? You know? You thought Emu might be the dark side of Joy Boy. That's a possibility. If Emo is just Davy Jones and his dark side, or it's his dark side that's been taken over or being controlled, that would encompass what Ghost believes and what I believe. And good to see you, Wasabi. What's up, my friend? And you saw a theory that Emo can only be hurt in the abyss and in the physical world simultaneously. That's the exact theory we make over here when talking about film red, my friend. You got to be on both sides. That's why we talk. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that's why we talk about the ring dies. You know, Emu's got one. Their other half is in the abyss. That's who they're in one with. So you got to kill the Emu that's in the real world and the Emu that's in the abyss in order to truly kill Emu. So that's everything. That's how Zoro's gonna defeat Mihawk. Mihawk has the same ring dies. Zoro's gonna defeat Mihawk in the real world. Who do you think is gonna defeat Mihawk in the underworld, or otherwise become the world greatest swordsman in the underworld, the world of the dead people? It's Kawina. Kawina's gonna help him defeat. Kawina's still alive, people. She's just in the abyss. Zoro's gonna become one with her soul. But also, Enma, Zoro's sword. Do you know what Enma's whole thing is in mythology? Saving the souls of the damned, specifically children. Zoro's trying to save Kawina. That's why he wants to become the king of hell. To save his friend.
And even if it just gets manifested to us, the viewer, as like a forced ghost sort of thing, where like Kuina is just like, this is where like you need to strike his core. Like this is basically like your win condition, and then he listens and he wins. Like if that's what we see, that's the exact same thing. That's what we're talking about here.
Enma makes way more sense than Kawina. I just said those are the. Did you even listen to a word I just said? I. Is it me? Did I say something wrong there, Ghost? Like I explained that properly, right?
I think so.
I think so too. I don't know. If you're confused, Roddy, I'll help you. I don't know. Maybe there's some confusion, but I mean, I think Zoro. I don't know. I don't know. I think Zoro's going to be one with all the souls in his blade, specifically. So Enma's just one of them. You're saying Queen is probably not relevant in that fight. She very much so will be relevant. Zoro has a blade that specifically is Kuina's. What is the one thing we learn about swordsmen? They combine and imbue their souls into the blades they use. So even if Kuina's dead, a piece of her soul is in that blade. And you've also seen Zoro talk to his sword for no reason. He talks to it. Why? But yeah.
And Kuina being like the one to direct Zoro and stuff like that is just like, Usopp, someone who's not very physically strong, being able to direct you in how you're supposed to win and defeat this demon. It would be pretty much the same sort of thing. You're just getting guidance. It's not like you're getting physically helped unless within there's a way they're able to like tether something down, right? Like in some sort of ethereal manner.
What makes you think Shanks is Somalian? And okay, I see your redeem quotient token over here, Don. I got you. What if Robin is Luffy's Dami Reversi? I don't think so. It'd be cool, but I don't personally think that would be it. Quelly Belly. That's a crazy name. Crazy name. They call me Quelly Belly. Yes, they are. I appreciate you for that, honey. I mean, IG symbolically, she would help, but Inma would be the power. No, everything would be the power. The same way Inma's soul is trapped within that blade, Inma being a being that has died and they're now the king of hell, that's exactly what Kuina would be in hell right now. She'd be within the abyss journeying to become the king of hell or become the world's strongest swordsman in hell. Because in hell, it's straight demons. Kuina's whole problem was, I can't become the world's greatest swordsman because this is a man's world. In the world of demons, demons are indefinite gender. They can be man or woman. It doesn't matter. So down there, Kuina can become the world's greatest swordsman. And we do know if Mihawk is one with another soul of another world's greatest swordsman down there in the abyss, that's who Kuina is going to defeat for her to become that world's greatest swordsman, whereas Zoro does it in the overworld. So Kuina is technically Zoro's moon god. Zoro's the sun god of his story. Kuina is his moon god. The moon god being a man who journeys through the flames of hell.
Why would Kuina be in hell? Well, the thing is, there's a different concept of hell than like the Christian hell. Like, hell is just an underworld. It's just a place people go. Like, hell isn't actually like this burning, like, torturous area for like every single religion. Like,
Nope.
in Greek mythology, you just go to the underworld. Depending on like where your soul lies, is where you get to reside within that underworld. Like, even in like some, like, you know, the Dante's Inferno, there's levels to that as well. But like, outside of Christian theology, mythology, it's not just a torturous place. It's just where people go. It's just the afterlife. Hell is just the afterlife. There's no heaven and hell. It's just, here you go.
Same thing in Egyptian mythology, dude. People think Anubis is a god who's like the god of death. No, he's a god who guides you through your journey through the afterlife. He walks with you so you're not alone.
Yeah, that's the very like zoomed out like god of death. Yes, but
Yeah.
what does he do?
You think hell and the abyss are two different things, and the abyss was created to control souls? Ding, ding, ding. The abyss is what Emu had access to. I don't think Emu had access to the abyss. I think that Davy Jones had access to the abyss. Davy Jones and Lily specifically. That's who I think. And Emu stole that shit from both of them. Let me get that. Now I am the abyss, because Davy Jones would be the beast of the sea, or the beast that rose from the sea, or the serpent of Hellflame that came from the underworld. That has the original serpent of Hellflame, that is Davy Jones. That's your original king of hell, or the original holder of all of humanity's souls, the souls of the dead, or just the ancient energy source. So Emu betrayed that snake and took his powers. And the way they brought, listen, if the snake comes from down under, the way they opened the doorway was with the powers of the forest god who tames demons. So Emu used Lily's body and powers to A, bring a demon into the world, and B, tame a demon, and then steal its powers. No hate, but where is it stated that everyone that dies go to the abyss or the underworld? It's not stated everyone that dies goes in. We're not told what happens when people die in One Piece. We're never told anything about it. We're just telling you that the abyss itself is a doorway, and the underworld is something completely different than the abyss. The abyss is not the underworld. It's purgatory, essentially, like Austin said. Good call, Austin.
It's its own little pocket. I'm still banking on the abyss being like highly technological, more like a Stargate situation, where it's like you're going to like possibly a different dimension or something like that, but it's very like finite in where it goes and what it can access. Not what it can access, but where it goes.
I agree, dude. I think Joy Boy was really fucking smart, and a part of what Emo did to him was made him, every Joy Boy in the future is going to be stupid as shit. So they won't know what to do in order to get to what it is to build the ancient kingdom. So like every Joy Boy who eats the fruit, or at least what Joy Boy's soul being put into the devil fruit, the part of that curse of him being put into that fruit was any future user being dumb, being made dumb. And why they made dumb? Because Nika himself is within the fruit. So when you eat the Nika fruit, you don't have a subconscious. You can't think subconsciously because your subconscious is now another person. So Luffy's subconscious is Nika, so he can't think for himself. All he can do is, and I believe, so with Luffy not being able to think for himself, every time he thinks subconsciously, it's just Nika thinking for him. The only way that this could actually work is for Luffy or Joy Boy himself to recognize or remember Joy Boy and know who Joy Boy is. That's like the curse. The only way for Joy Boy or the newest Joy Boy, the future Joy Boy, to bring back Joy Boy and bring the dawn is to remember who they are and to know who they are. They have to know who they are.
Well, that goes back to what we were talking about Garp, and just like, why has he been under this demon? He doesn't remember who he is and what he was fighting for or what he was fighting. But then also, yeah, like Luffy rejecting every sort of like avenue that would teach him like who Nika is and all this stuff. He's like, that doesn't have anything to do with me, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, you don't believe in yourself, so you're not going to manifest your full potential,
And
right?
that's
It's like everyone else believes in you, but you don't believe in yourself. You believe you're going to be king of the pirates, but you don't believe you're this god or hero because you don't even want to be a hero. So how could you be a god?
yep.
Right? It's like,
And
what do you
that's
mean? I'm just Luffy.
And that's the exact power that damages them. Love. And specifically, love yourself or knowing yourself. If you know and love yourself or knowing who you truly are, that is what allows you and able to damage the Gorosei or the Holy Knights. It's love, but it's more love knowing. So Luffy himself, if he loves and knows himself, he knows and truly knows who Nikas is and the powers that he's capable of, which is to damage them. And yes, exactly just like Soul Eater. You know ball. You know ball.
We got a quick cameo from Finn. What's up, everybody?
What up, Jakey?
He's chill tonight.
So yeah,
Kisses.
I mean, shit. I know for a fact. I was actually talking in Discord earlier today about that. But like, Dami Reversi is definitely. You have to love yourself. That's how you stop it. You have to find that inner love for yourself, or know who you truly are, so that you, when they say stated to return home or return to your dark side, you have already combined your light and dark side together. So you can't be returned
This
home
is
because
home.
this is your brain. Ah, ghost, my boy, you definitely up to the screen.
Memories are home.
Ah.
Returning home, coming to your senses. Yep.
Damn right. Damn right. And that's, think about it. The arc right before the 2 arcs before this, we're in Wano. What's the whole thing about? Sanji accepting his genes and his DNA genes. Robin accepting that she's a demon. Chopper deciding that I'm actually am the monster. The only person who hasn't accepted who they are or who they're about to be, who they truly are, is Luffy. He's the only person that still denies what he possibly truly is, and that's Sun God Nika. But Sanji's accepted his DNA and his lineage. Zoro, actually, he might be on the list too, because these are the only two motherfuckers who actually had Conqueror's Haki. Oda. Okay, we got you now. Okay, I see.
But then that also goes back to what, like, everything we just talked about. Saturn was even saying at the end of Egghead. He's just like, wait, Ani doesn't know that like he's Nika. Wait, this dude doesn't even know that he's Nika. We can't let him figure this out.
Yeah.
It goes back to the whole, like, if you don't believe in yourself fully, you're not gonna manifest the powers. Like, yeah, he's dipping into Nika's fantasy, like Oda quite literally told us. He's manifesting shit out of the scarf, and like his hair is like, here you go, here's an item, here's a thing, here's you dipping into that. You just need to realize that this is more than just a passive bullshit ability for you. You can utilize this, like, you can do a lot with this.
What's up, Briar? I mean, dude, I think that just, and yes, Minnow, I fully think that almost confirmed. Grizzly, by the way, thank you for your gifts that came in earlier, buddy. But I think it almost confirms that not Domi Reversi, but it almost confirms the fact. What the fuck, bro? I always just like, oh, it almost confirms the fact that Gear 6 will actually happen in Elbaf. Like, we're gonna see Nika take over Luffy. That is for sure. I definitely think that is what will
I'm
happen.
ready to see Nightmare Luffy 2.0. That's for sure.
Yeah, dude. So, I mean, fuck. Like, Luffy himself, like, he's not gonna love himself. So, shit, him being down Reversi might just be like A-okay of what happens. Him being down
Yeah,
Reversi.
might actually, well, like, it'll be like directly copying the villain. You know what I mean? Like, every villain he comes across, he kind of replicates their ability. Like, him jumping around in Gear 2 is kind of like Bellamy's spring, right? Like, he's like bending down like a spring and just boom, and he's like increasing his speed that way. So he's copying everyone he comes across. Like, he's even copying Flame Fist from like Ace, shit like that. So
Oh, yeah.
it makes sense to have that be the final copy.
Bro, dude, I just can't believe like okay, so Luffy himself, Emu put essentially a mental block on Joy Boy. Or the reincarnation. But also the whole thing about memories that I was saying about Crocodile and him being Joy Boy, I just got to it on a whole different separate set of thoughts. I might not be crazy. Oh my God. Franzi, how you doing, my friend? And I do agree, Emu's biggest fear is losing control over this fake world and this fake kind of like AI world that they've created. So they're trying to stop everything from the real world coming in and shutting it down. And that would be Nika, the sun god, the rain, the forest, all those natural processes that make the world function normally. Crocodile, elaborate on that. I think Crocodile is Joy Boy. There was a whole playlist with about a good 50 plus videos in there, maybe. You should check it out. You should check it out. Who is Amy? Nobody. They should know.
Just DID. Yeah, they got dissociative identity disorder. Exactly. Like that's exactly what Emu's going through right now. They're like, constantly like shifting. I like butterflies one moment, the other time when I'm blowing up islands.
I don't think Oda's gonna retcon Emu in the One Piece. Nah, I think Oda's kind of got a set sight on what he wants because like we don't even know what the Emu looks like. It don't really matter at this point. Like you know. You think Zebek is sealed and still alive? You got that from Oda himself, Franzi. Where do you think Zebek is sealed at? Thank you for the heart.
Like Han Soloed, stuck in a rock. Place.
Well, dude, the fact that Zebek's name is Davy D. Zebek is just Davy to rocks. Davy Jones got turned into rocks. His ass is the red line, bro. And it's what made the poneglyphs. The poneglyphs came from his ass, bro. And that would also mean that if Davy Jones was the original Demon King and the poneglyphs were made from his energy source or made from him, it's demon language. Robin, the demon child who could read the poneglyphs. Oda, I'm on you. I'm telling you. I'm watching you, bro. This is, my gosh.
Yeah, like if there is going to be someone who's able to cast actual magic, it's going to be Robin. If it's going to be like a weather witch, it's going to be, Nami, of course. And that's going to be the duality like that we're going to see in the Void Century. Someone with actual magic and then someone who's just a technological wizard. There's a difference between a wizard and a warlock. Oh, honey sweet.
You fat baby.
That bitch. Sweet.
Dude.
Am I wrong? Technically.
Technically, if we're going by, that's what she is. Bro, bro.
She is sweetie,
Bro, she fucking chewed up my other chopper, bro. She is beef. She fucked this chopper's ear up. Bro, she fucking chewed up my other chopper, bro. She is beef. She fucked this chopper's ear up, ripped the other one's nose and ear off, dude. And the other one, like, he's almost missing a wing. I'm tired, like, I think she's nose and ear off, dude. And the other one, like, he's almost missing a wing. I'm tired, like, I think she's got beef with Chopper or some shit, bro. Maybe it's because I love him so much. I don't know. Who knows?
That's no good. Well, yeah, she's jealous of your affection for Chopper, but also just trying to make each of the apparel canon. Ripping off that one antler of the ear and
Ghost milk now. That's what Joe said.
milk.
Joe said that, dude, and I said, fuck it. We texted the weed man.
Where did he say that? Did I miss it?
Who is Amy?
Oh, I see. One moment.
You mean like the name that we talk about, Amy? Like how do you even know that name? Let me know that. How do you know that name? Did you get it from Drac?
Hi.
Oh, I know it. No, 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 not you, honey. I'm talking about to the person who brought it up. How do they know that name? Because I don't share the name. So how do you know it? Heard it from Draken E. All right, fair
Which
enough.
one?
'Cause I definitely don't. I definitely don't say shit about it. What'd you say, Ghost?
I said who? Emilio? Gotta start adding random names so they're like, wait, gotta look into Emilio now?
It is in fact a name. It's just it's spelled wrong there. Someone that may be important. I don't know.
Is she paying me important? Dork. I am such a dork. I love it.
Is that Gomu's sibling or is this something I'm not supposed to know? Gomu's sibling? Who are you? Like, yeah, who are you?
I promise I haven't been saying anything.
I don't think you have. How does he know all this? How?
Maybe from like the one video or like the one live you talked about it.
Like, there's no way, bro. I did that shit months ago. There's no way, bro. That was fucking. Who are you people? Yeah, Joe, you get it.
Who are you people? Yeah, there's a well-fed in chat.
You think you know what the One Piece is? Hey,
Too much.
go for it, my guy. I promise you this, though. Whatever you say, I will not respond. I'm just going to look at it.
Yeah, people are constantly in my DMs as well saying just like, what is the One Piece, man? You're like, just don't tell Quell that I asked you. Or it's just like, if you tell me, I won't tell Quell that you told me. I was just like, no. I'll tell you what my idea of it is. I'll tell you what my like individualized idea of it is.
Someone
That's
came
all
to
I
the
got.
Discord. They're like, bro, I think I know what the One Piece is. They're like, Ghost told me. I was like, Ghost didn't tell you shit. You're lying. And he's like, I was like, Ghost has his own interpretation of the One Piece. So if he told you, he definitely didn't tell you what the fuck I told him. And he told me, I said, yeah, Ghost. I didn't tell Ghost that. That's Ghost's idea. And it's beautiful. So that's it. That's it. You know.
Well, the funny thing is, it's just like,
Well, dude, he was ready to fucking out you. He came straight to me.
You've skirted the issue so much, like you've like avoided the issue so many times that even I've forgotten what you said. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't even remember like the fully fleshed out thought at this point because we've like dived into like our other thoughts so many times, and you're just like, I'm not talking about it anymore. I need to be updated every once in a while to remember things. You're safe with me.
Ghost, I'm gonna have to retell you what I think the One Piece. You're right. I got you. I definitely should do that. I'll tell you what though. Out of all the reasons, hey, there you go. Cheers to you, my friend. Out of all the reasons though, dude, I haven't felt the need to like get it out there yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna kind of keep it in. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, bro. He asked Ghost, and then he came straight to me and said, "Yeah, Ghost told me." No, he didn't. You were trying to snap. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's like even my answers were just like 90% answers, where it's just like I need you to figure out the last little bit on your own.
Yes, yes. Like I can help you, dude. I don't. Ghost. The reason you know why I don't talk about it anymore because like I start talking and you see how many times I fucking almost fucked up here on live, dude. I just gotta shut the fuck up. I can't. Cause I get on a tangent and then I'm gonna end up telling you it on accident.
Well, and then when people ask me, it's like, well, why doesn't Quell talk about it? I was just like, he doesn't want you guys to just associate like, especially this one theory, so heavily and just go around to the whole community and be like, this is the One Piece, this one creator said it, and then get your expectations up so high that if it isn't that, you've just been like banking on just like hype train for like forever, and this is one of the biggest reveals. Like we want, like even as like people who have possibly figured it out, we don't want to tell you because
Nope.
that is like the end goal. All this other stuff along the way, all these other big reveals, sure, I'll tell you what's going to happen in 2 chapters from now. I can tell you that.
Damn
But,
right.
like the One Piece, that's something that Oda needs to tell you. And
Yes.
I'm gonna let him.
I will not take that from him. Absolutely not. Kevin, thank you for the Your Awesomes on the road. And also, if you know, even if I told you the One Piece and it happened to be right, it's changed. Whatever I said, it's not that anymore. Oda would change it.
Right.
He will change it. He has no problem doing it. And he also has no problem lying to us. So I'm going to just leave him alone. And I poke the bear, but I don't throw throw rocks and shit at the bear. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't do all that. You know, I'm keep my distance. You know.
There's actually people who hinge their whole beliefs on what theorists said. Yeah, and that's why there was that whole like snafu like a month and a half ago of people going into like other bigger creators who aren't necessarily theory content creators, and they're like, well, this content creator said this, and like taking it as fact. We're spouting off the theories confidently because we want it to be true and we want you guys to be convinced of it. We're glad you're being convinced. Great. But you also need to listen to the first 10 seconds of the video. Y'all got time for a theory? Let's theorize for a second. This is a theory. This has not been confirmed. Nothing has become true yet, but this, based on what we've seen, is the possibility. And then you get, like, everyone goes into their comments saying, well, this is true because this person said it. Not yet. It could be, but it hasn't been confirmed yet. It could change. Oda's quite literally thought of, like, the 7 warlords overnight. Like, so he's pretty good on the fly.
He's pretty damn good.
Take it easy, Rune.
You don't want to know the One Piece, but when it's told it was right in your faces, yeah. It will, in fact, be right in front of your faces. That is for sure.
Yep. Well, and that's why I think, like, when people get revealed what Uranus is, like, if Uranus ends up being the planet, people are just going to start, like, firing off, like, holy crap, like, all this makes sense, all this makes sense, like, boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
If 90% of the theories you watch are all, like, if 90% of their theories are wrong, that there's something wrong over there. You might want to watch someone else. I'm being real with you.
Right, like, if they're just making, like, content just to make matchups and content just because it was just, like, a comment in their Discord that would, like, I think this would be a cool theory for you to make. It's like they'll find some, like, half-assed evidence to make it a theory. Just maybe keep that one in Discord and just have the discussion. Like,
yeah. 90%.
Like, not even trying to sound rude, but it's like it ruins your credibility for your other theories that are actually good.
Yes, 90% wrong. I don't know who you're following, but they got to stop posting. God damn. He is entertaining though. That's fair enough. That's understandable. Joe, I'm down whenever you are. That is fair. I mean, if it's entertaining and it's entertainment, that's why a lot of people watch a lot of us. So I get it. You know, a lot of people think I'm batshit crazy and post 100 different theories when it's all the same thing and over and over. You know, the one thing that fries me with my comment section, why do you keep talking about the same thing over and over? Why do you have 100 different theories? Which is it? Make up your mind.
Well, that's like when, like the other day, one of my employees was like calling in because he was late. He's just, this is at 8:23, mind you. He phones me. He's just like, oh, sorry, boss. I thought I worked at 8:30. I just woke up. Well, which is it? Did you just wake up, or did you think you worked at 8:30? Either way, you're an idiot. Like, just pick one and stick to it. Don't double down and make me realize you're an idiot. At least just make me think it.
He really thought on that excuse. He really thought on that, like, this is going to be good. Like, he'll buy this.
Oh, yeah, he's just like, fucking cooked. Hung up, and he's like, yeah. And you know what the worst part is? He didn't even try to, like, stay, like, a full 8 hours. He tried to leave early that day. It's just like, I hate you.
Is this the same one who starts acting like he's throwing up so he could go home? Is it that one?
No, that person was supposed to be in for a 6 a.m. shift today.
Oh, he still has a job?
Day off. I decided out of the goodness of my heart to go in at 5 in the morning, only to receive the call at 5:30 and have to stay till noon. Hooray! So, yeah, it's been a good week so far.
Oh, man. I'm so curious how you think Croc is Joy Boy, like the premise for that. I told you, there's a whole playlist that says Croco Joy Boy. You should check it out. You'll love it.
Once the Croco Joy Boy starts to seep into your veins, it's one of those things where you're just like, fine, this is good.
Listen, here's my problem, right?
This is nice.
Here's my problem, right? Y'all are full deep in Croco Mom's the coolest theory ever. I can't. There's Croco Mom, but y'all.
Why is this one a stretch?
Bro, I almost put my head through this wall and goes in this concrete. Oh my god. Croco Mom, please. I'm gonna be so real with you though. when I first saw the theory, it was cool, and I actually used to like that theory until I realized Crocodile was Joy Boy. Then I realized anything that is a Croco Mom, if anyone believes in Croco Mom, it's a Croco Joy Boy downscale. I have to. What is it? What's the word? Rebuke this theory.
Unless
I have to
the
rebuke it.
only way it works is if Lily is the one that's in Crocodile's body.
I'll take that. I'll take it. Listen, I will
The
take it.
only way.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I wouldn't be mad about it, honestly. Or even if Joy Boy, like when he had this, like every time he does the body swap, he has to change gender. So he doesn't care which body he jumps into. So he's been a woman at a point, but he's not the mother, you know? I'm not beyond the point that Crocodile was a woman. I mean, in every mythology, the Sapatli is a creature that's stated to have indefinite gender. The Makara, a crocodile with indefinite gender that the gods use as a mount. The Sapatli itself gets turned into the fucking world and they sacrifice to the damn creature just like Goka. So like, the crocodile is important. Plus, crocodiles are some of the oldest living being creatures that would predate everything. They'd be there at the beginning, you know? So, yeah. Plus, with all the connections we're getting to the Davy clan, Blackbeard, and everything. Blackbeard, first mentioned, Drum Island. D-Clan, first mentioned, Drum Island. Crocodile Alabasta is right next to it. Why the fuck was he randomly in Alabasta? And with as much, like, with as important as Alabasta has been shown to us, the very leader of the very kingdom that is everything we're trying to find out about is from Alabasta. We should have been scrambling through every fucking bit of that place, bro. Every bit of Alabasta should be scrambled through. If Lily's from there, it's over with. That's all we needed. Alabasta's the answer.
Yeah, let's start taking all the names and rearranging them. Let's start figuring that out and see what we can find. You know what I mean? Like, you should be going back, right?
And like, you know, the thoughts just don't be there sometimes, and I get it, you know. By the way, you're the funniest fucking person I know, Ghost. You're actually the funniest person I fucking know.
Because no one's gonna get it. No one's gonna understand.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's why I said it.
I know.
And if they do, well, then they're in the 1% or the 0.1%.
What did I miss? But wouldn't Lily know where the weapons are, and he's still looking for them? Oh well, if Crocodile was Lily, I don't think so. I would think their memory's gone.
Yeah, like that's the only way that would work. Is like, that's what we were trying to justify. Like, the only way we would accept Croco Mom at this point is if, like, through all the mind swaps, like you see in like Punk Hazard as a parallel, if that happened in the Void Century, if Lily ended up in like Crocodile's body or like a male's body, that would be the only way that the Croco Mom thing kind of like works. It's not necessarily Luffy's mom, but like a mother of humanity sort of situation passed down through time.
Mm-hmm. You made a theory about Nika and his sword and shield. I got like 118K views. I'm taking credit. I don't get it. What's the theory? I don't. You're taking credit for something you made? Yeah, W. You know.
Fair enough.
You know, like that's what you're supposed to do.
You have a theory that Ghost is Davy Jones? Hey, who are you talking to?
Marcus Mars. To the T. To the T. Are you muted? No, you're not muted. I'm sorry, Kira. Okay, your question is Yima someone important? No, it's not even a name that has any relevance whatsoever that I know of.
Yeah, you're saying it backwards, damn it.
So yeah, like, maybe you're trying to say Yami? Are you trying to say Yami?
I was thinking Amy again. If they were trying to like spell it differently.
That's the whole point of being mortal, to keep all the information you learn. Yep. Gaimon is Emu. Get out of here, Hebby. This is Hebby's burner account. This is Hebby's burner account. It has to be. It's probably not, but you know. I have someone in my Discord. He's one of my admins. He swears Gaimon's coming to God Valley. He swears. He swears Gaimon's coming.
Yeah, that little child that actually looks like Moria, that's just Gaimon.
That's just Gaimon.
Actually, how old is Foxy?
You're taking credit because you haven't seen anyone else say it. I'll tell you, I myself and Ghost, we talk about the sword and the shield. It just what is your theory about the sword and the shield? You know, people talk about the sword and the shield, but like, what is your theory? You know, it could be different. You know, I'll let you know if I've
Is
talked
it
about it. Or
Zoro and Sanji representing the sword and shield,
is it that?
being like the equal wings sort of thing? 'Cause hell yeah.
So I think Shanks will go back to God Valley if the place isn't fucking erased off the map. He said he got fucking sake from his home island 40 years ago, or not 40 years ago. Fucking 37 years ago. Anyways, years after God Valley, he went back there and got sake. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Unless he got it off of someone's ship or something. I do like basketball, lol. You think the sword of Elbaf and Longland are his shield? So the sword in Elbaf is his sword, and Longland is his shield. I mean, of course, dude. I don't know anyone who's made that theory either. That the sword in Elbaf specifically was Nika's, and the shield is Longland. But it's a cool idea. I like it. You've been drinking? A-okay, my friend. A-okay.
So Foxy is 38. So he was like newborn of the time.
At God Valley.
He was born in this. He was born in the South Blue though. So what if his association was more with Sorbet Kingdom?
Mm. Do you think Hero might be on the way to God Valley to help or mediate? Yep. If it's not, but okay. 2 options for who shows up next chapter. Option 1, Davy Jones. That is the highest option we're going with. Option 2, Harold. Those are my options for who shows up next chapter.
Yeah, I think Harold coming in and being the one to maybe ultimately take down Rocks, like strike the final blow, would one be like a necessary thing to do given the circumstances, but then also make good on his deal with the world government of, you defeated Rocks, you did it, like here you go, here's your association with the world government for the time being. But then after the fact, he's just like, this was such a dirty win, this was disgusting, I hated this, and he rips out his horns. He's just like, nope, hate this situation, I hate the things that I've got myself into. Rocks was right this whole time. Rips off the horns.
Honey, thank you for the roses that just came in. 80, or wait, I'm counting right. 86 in total. Thank you. And yes, this is definitely the safe space where we can sit here, chat, share theories, talk theories, and just discuss with each other for sure. Appreciate you for commenting that, my friend.
And it would be a great way to seal their not seal, but bookend their beginning and their end, where it started with a clash and it ends with a clash, and I will cry when I see it happen because that's what Oda does. He's gonna make us love and hate it.
You were speaking of forbidden knowledge early because you feel like Clover. Well, you mean like what you learned from Drac? I mean, if Drac and them made videos about it, it ain't forbidden anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's just forbidden from my mouth. I ain't gonna tell you about it. You know. And I've been good, user. How have you been, my friend? I've been good.
Yeah, they're being a little chop-pa-pa over there. They're just spilling all the beans.
Nope.
You're not spilling the beans. I'm saying they are. They're going chop-pa-pa.
Key Glock is Goku.
Here's everything about Amy.
Roxy Zebek is such a good written anti-villain, bro. Yeah, for sure. I'd agree. Although I think there's still more to his story, but even what we've got right now is beautiful. I'm a D member. W. Did you think once Lilith restores a big Punk stage will restore Kuma? I think Kuma gonna die. I'm sorry. Kuma's dead.
I mean, one of them's dead. They might make a copy.
They might. There would be.
Vegapunk's monster, Kuma.
You saw a theory that Emu can only cast Dami Reversi in that person's homeland. Nice, 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 nice. Kuma never dies. It's gonna be a tragic ending of this flashback for you, my brother. It's gonna be a tragic ending of this flashback.
Yeah, like the only way I kind of see him being restored is with the context that we got with Vegapunk's body, how he had like a perfect copy to like a perfect recreation of his body, not necessarily a clone. So like he used the body parts and organoids that would have created the Stella to then like, as he was replacing his own body parts, like Kuma. Kind of get what I'm getting at here. Like if you've heard of the ship of Theseus, where you're like rebuilding a ship with the old, or like replacing old things with the new parts. When does it become a new ship? As you're building a new ship with the old parts, right? Like when is it the new ship? That's what they're doing with Kuma. But they're gonna just shove a copy of the memories, like we've been established, into the new body, where maybe he doesn't necessarily have a devil fruit anymore, so he doesn't have to take in the pain of everyone. He's free from that. He's basically resurrected in that sense, but he's like free from his duty. He's just a person again that could just live his life on the seas with his daughter as he sees fit. Saw a theory saying all of Joy Boy's crew is Dami Reversi, and that's why people like Zunisha and Emeth were always saying sorry. That's very possible, but it also could be very possible that Joy Boy was the one that got Dami Reversi'd, and then they all were forced to take him out. Kind of like we're kind of seeing now in God Valley. Like,
I'm curious to see if you know how when Dorian Brocky got Dami Reversi, they had new weapons. Is this where Yoru comes from?
fair.
Is this where Yoru comes from? That would be. Then think about the connection of Mihawk having Sebek's body and holding his body in his coffin ship. Does Yoru come out when Sebek gets Dami Reversi? That's all I want to see. That's all I want to know.
Huh. That'd make interesting context to what Mihawk says to like any blade can become a black blade. Like any blade. It's just like it doesn't matter. If you get fucking dipped into the river Styx, like Achilles when he was born, right? Dip. You can have a black blade too. Just make sure you're holding it when you're dipped in.
That's exactly.
Oh, and that whole like Achilles heel thing I just
Yep.
said, Bragi's like wrist is the Achilles heel there. Sweet. That's
Remember,
the thing that's
but you remember
binding into
when?
the contract.
Remember Dorian Broggy's introduction? What's the first thing that gets candle locked? His heel.
Yeah, and then stabbed right into the wrist after. Yep.
Yep. Yep. But also, Luffy's heels get locked too by that same candle wax that he uses to break the damn fucking giant statue Mr. Three-Way makes. Remember, he makes a candle lock on Luffy's ankles or heels. Ankles. We'll say ankles.
Oh yeah, like Zoro, Vivi, and Nami. I think also just up there standing. Like we got to pose now. Make sure it's cool.
You were supposed to know about Amy. It's not like you're not supposed to know. It's just like I was just surprised because I didn't talk about it. So I forgot that Draken E made videos about it. So because I told those fuckers about the name too. So yeah. What am I missing from Mason? Will Roger and Garp fight Dami versus Rocks? That is exactly what I have believed for the longest, my friend. Yes. Now, can I tell you guys something? So, Ghost, you know what's crazy? My whole entire train of thoughts of this whole God Valley flashback before all this, we got to this shit, has been entirely correct besides one thing, and that's Shanks being the son. My whole theory was the fact that Zebek went to God Valley to save his family and to save his child. The child was Shanks, and he got Dami Reversi'd. And that's what led to, Blackbeard being, the soul of Zebek being put into Blackbeard. But the only difference between all of that, the only thing that's wrong about that, is it's not Shanks, it's Blackbeard. But Zebek still went there for his child, still got Dami Reversi'd. What I'm saying?
Shanks was still there.
Bro, we are indeed, bro, I'm on a fucking ridiculous track record right now. That's why I'm glad I kept...
I was just rewatching one of my videos, and I was just like, from me reading the cover story of, like, Buggy's cover story, I'm like, wow, I called 90% of what just happened. Nice.
Dude. And the only reason I flipped the child being Shanks inside of Blackbeard. One of the main reasons because Dami reversed it. I was like, there's something inversed here. Is it this? Who their parents are? But it wasn't that.
Well, and then the only thing that really comes into question at the very end is like we see Gaimon and Buggy at the like mid portion of their section together. One of them represents Blackbeard, and one of them represents, obviously Buggy.
Buggy, yep.
But where does Buggy fit into the actual God Valley situation? And I think it was that theory that after the Dami Reversi or whatever, like Zebek got like turned into a child. That could very well be a possibility. Like they're just like messing with him so hard. They're like, we're gonna make you a child. We're gonna like change your gender. We're gonna like make you forget everything. Like you're just gonna be a little child, little baby girl now.
That'd be insane. It'd be insane because that would parallel what I think happened to Croco Joy Boy. Wow.
But like, not even necessarily like changing their gender, but like like changing your appearance so heavily. Like we're gonna make you basically turn into a clown. We're gonna make a joke out of you. We're gonna turn you into a baby, make your nose into like it's like make it your biggest insecurity.
Mason, you know me. You know I hate Croco Mom. That is not what we talking about. I promise you. I don't like that shit. I don't like that theory. Rock survives God Valley and has another child. I'm fucking with it. Buggy's born, maybe.
Yeah.
Shanks might not be Rock's kid, but he moves like it, to be honest. Maybe it's the Davy in him. Exactly. And I was saying Shanks was his kid and stuff, or he's going to be like Zebek before the fact. It just turned out he's not his kid. But I want to see the connection between the Davies, or Shanks' family, or his mother's family line and Zebek. There's a connection there. Like, there's definitely one.
Like, that's probably why we haven't seen her face. Like the red hair woman, we don't get to see her face at all. Like, does she look anything similar to the Davies, like in any respect, like any of those people in that lineup?
How do I feel about Emu being Blackbeard's mom? I made it. I love it. I fully have believed that when Blackbeard gets killed here at God Valley, Emu takes him and reincarnates him, becoming his parent. Blackbeard's a child of the Holy Land, the prodigal son, the son of God, the sun god. Oh shit! Oh!
Yeah, if you've been in Theory Piece the past couple of months, like that's all we've been saying.
yeah, that's quite it. You're talking about the theory where she is his actual mom. Oh well, we know that's not correct for one and two. Like, wait, that's a theory that's been recently made. Yeah, it's just no. I don't agree with it. I don't. Why introduce Eris for then Blackbeard to have a whole entirely different mom? Nah. Her name was even on Emu's summoning circle. So. Who's the guy? It's Captain John.
Become their new guardian. Say they're their new guardian, not parent. If that makes you more comfortable with it. Did you want to
wait on Twitch? What did you say, Ghosty?
Did you want to bring up Nomad? You said.
Well, I told him if he had a theory to share, but I think he wants to just discuss and talk. But that's what everybody else here and doing is in chat. So if it's just discussion in chat, it stays in chat. But if you have a theory to share, you can more than welcome to come and share. I did tell him that already in the chat.
Well, they are here.
Well, I know. I see him in there. I'm talking about he was messaging. He's been messaging here in the TikTok chat.
I wasn't sure.
And Wayne, what's up, my friend? I have not seen the X theory. I have not. You shared. I listen, guys. Is the theory in the Theory Piece chat? Because if it's not, then I won't be going to look at it. I've already told you guys a million times, especially you, Ryan. When I'm streaming, please don't ask me to go over to look at Discord. You wanna know why? I'm gonna go do that. Ready? Can you see Ghosty anymore? Not necessarily, right? That's why. I'm streaming the Discord screen, so I can't.
All you can see is me, so that's unfortunate.
You don't like sharing your theories so they sound so crazy? It's all right. You gotta just get it. You just gotta talk and share them. That's all that matters. My theories definitely sound crazy to people, especially if you watch one video. If you imagine some people who just come to my page or they see me on their For You page and they only see one video. They don't see anything else. They just see that one video. They probably think I'm the craziest fucking person they've ever seen. It's all good. It's all good.
Fair enough, but there's a reason. Right. How do you think Dami Reversi works and how strong is it? It has to play off your emotions. Like if we're gonna go back to the color traps with Miss Golden Week, like we've been also talking about for the last little while, you're messing with people's emotions, and that's how you kind of get them susceptible. You have like the green of like pacification, you have the yellow of laughter, the red of bullfighting. Yes, I know these. The blue of soothing. But then you have the black of betrayal. Five. Five-pointed star. Oh my god. Eris Tar. Pentagrams. Dami Reversi. Five. Ah. But yeah, the black of betrayal is like quite literally the one that is on the ground like a summoning circle or a pentagram, and Luffy is standing in it, and that's when he's, looking at people saying, I'm not going to help you. No, like I don't need to do anything. It's the black of betrayal. He's just going to let his friends die. But then Usopp comes and obscures that circle, gets him out of it. Luffy's fine. Any sort of like marking that's on the back of him, just have to wipe it off, get him in the right state of mind. It's all playing on your emotions. So to be able to Dami Reversi, a top tier, well, how do you think a Logia like Ace got taken out? Rage bait. You take people out of their right state of mind, you can take down someone who's supposed to be intangible, unbeatable, right? Like a Logia. That's why I brought up Ace.
Yep. Darrow, it's okay with being casual, man. You know, it's all good. If you're a casual, you just like to listen to us talk. I'm sure there's a lot of people like that. You know, it only becomes a problem with the casuals when they're a casual, but then they're still calling me crazy. You know, that's when. But like, you know,
They're just casually calling me crazy when they know me.
if you're gonna say it with your chest. I don't know if that would even work on Luffy, kind of like Big Mom, but also I don't think Emu wants. Is there more? I mean, I think it'd work on Luffy to make him mad. It's pretty easy to make Luffy mad. Just say something about his ass.
Just say something about Shanks.
Yeah, he almost took Loki's head off. So people get Damiversi when they are mad. I wouldn't say specifically when they're mad. It's just when their emotions are affected. Think about this, right? You've seen plenty of animes where the big bad villain is fighting, and how do they beat the big bad villain? They start talking shit to him and making him angry and pissed off and becoming complacent.
Joe.
What Joe say? You really think Crocodile is Joy Boy reach? Joe.
I love you, Joe.
No. Joe to say. Hey, Joe's turned on us. Could it be a stolen technique? Could it be a stolen technique Evil stole from the Earth God? Maybe you could tame and create demons. Davy Jones and Lily. It was stolen from them. So yes, that's exactly Goka. Davy Jones. It was stolen. That's who Goka. Goka is Davy Jones. Goka. Okay. I have to use the name Goka because that's the name of the reincarnated god. But beforehand, his name wasn't Goka. It's just like Nika's name beforehand isn't Nika. It's a reincarnated name for Luffy, sun god fruit. So Goka, that is Goka, Davy Jones, that is the same Snake of the Mirror from the past who Emu killed and took the ancient energy source from it. And that is how Emu's able to tame demons, because that king of hell or that snake was the king of hell, the king of demons. And Emu is now a false king of demons or a false king of hell. They're a false king of hell and a false king of the sky.
And this kind of goes back to what we've discussed about Kaido and Big Mom being parallels to Joy Boy and Big Mom. You have Big Mom who got their power by consuming another person and then having two personalities as a result of that. And then you have Kaido, who is this Joy Boy figure, but who has been corrupted over time and lost his purpose, right? Like Kaido quite literally translates to Joy Boy, but he's much more of this Davy Jones destructive figure that we've been like assumed that a Davy Jones would be, right? So you have this mother of humanity or like Mother Earth and this serpent of Hellflame, like you see in the mural through Kaido and Big Mom coming together, sharing, but also opposing. Because at sometimes their ideals align, like in the very end, but most of the times their ideals do not. So they're quite literally destroying each other.
And clashing. And yeah, he did
So
in fact use an egghead under the sun. Does Enel represent anyone from mythology? Is what you're asking? If I were to give you someone from Andean mythology, Pariah Kafka, who was a lightning and rain deity that fought a volcano deity known as Hualo Carinco.
but as like a in inverse parallel, like they are obviously like an emu parallel, like most ends arc villains are. But you have one of the things that brings in the speculation of who's going to be the final villain between Emu and Blackbeard. It's going to be a combination of the two of them, right? So like think of this. You have an L at the top who's this like ancient energy source in his own right. So you have Emu as this ancient being. But then you have this form that that Enel has called the Amaru. Now, one of the Amarus is something that is known for darkness and earthquakes. A second Amaru known for bringing about change and revolution. So there's two of these things, two diverging paths, a good and a bad timeline. Blackbeard represents that Amaru with the black, like abyss, like darkness and earthquakes. And then you have Dragon, who is this revolutionary change. Because on that second Amaru, you see like that same pattern that he has on his face and the armband that he has changing through time, which also sets up our Mayan mythology that we go into all the time, where Akatal, an aspect of Quetzalcoatl, which is like the wind god aspect. So if he's just got a wind logia, thumbs up. If he's got a Hito Hito no Mi, Ektal, or Quetzalcoatl, even better. He is slated to fight Blackbeard directly, whether that's while he's infused with Emu, going back to the Wiper parallel once again, where the Revolutionary Army goes up, storms up, and then he's able to get the Sea Stone on an L, boom, reject dial. They're slated to fight in one way or another, but Dragon, unfortunately, goodbye.
Death of the dragon, baby. Killed by the sun god. Killed by the sun god. It's Blackbeard. Oh man. There's a snake yokai named Nuriona. Ironically, the snake has the head of a woman. Yeah, that's the one that's always with the Ushioni, which is what Saturn is right now. So that's also something I talked about recently, that Emu, or how Emu's powers have always worked. They took over the body of a snake, or Emu's the woman that combined and stole the powers of the body of Davy Jones, which is the snake. And now, that body being the red line, that body got encased in stone, and Emu got trapped within darkness so that they could never leave that body. They are always stuck there. So, yeah. I do believe that the Nuriona is a very big thing.
Well, then even in the context of God Valley right now, and like Pico was saying here, they're seen with like a baby by the water. How do you think they like what it does is it draws people in, being a woman in distress with a child. How did they lure in Zebek, his wife and child? So Emu is using Zebek's wife and child as that lure. Saturn's there as that conduit to be like, all right, this is our shared meal, because they share the same like food source, because they're so closely related, and that's why we see them fusing. So it's like it's this perfect parallel and mixture.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Nami. I've always believed that Nami is of the Norona clan. Specifically, Nami's part cat mink. You have no man. I told you, if you had a theory to share, dude, come up. You know, it's just like chatting wise, like sitting here talking. Where that's only when we have like guests and stuff up. You know, although we do like theory piece. You know, we bring people up, they share their theory, then we try and move to the next person. If we bring you up, the moment you come up and finish sharing your theory, think about all the people who are also going to want to come up. So we try and move from theory to theory, person to person, so we're not stuck on one person for too long. You know.
Yeah, like if we have like a specified guest for the day. We usually try to keep it to a like certain time period, but like if they're an invited guest for the night, sometimes we let it extend.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're just trying to get to everybody, trying to get to everybody. So who's an L parallel? Well, if you listen to the like the emu like inverse parallel, that's who we have, but he's a parallel to Slim Shady, you know, the rap god.
Nami has the name of the flower, so is she some type of princess royalty or something special? Oh yeah, again, Narona bloodline, Narona clan. That's what I think. And if not, Nami would be a lost princess of the Fingerling family. Specifically, Shanks' mom had the red hair. Nami's got orange. You do red and yellow, you get orange. So a combination of maybe Shanks' mom or someone from Shanks' mom's family, that same family from God Valley, and then somebody with yellow hair or blonde hair, possibly Garling, which would make Nami a princess. So yeah.
What do you guys think of the Dami Reversi only works on the target's hometown? I don't really necessarily take much stock into that, only because the technicality of half of the Davy clan isn't even from God Valley, right? Like you can assume that some of them went to other islands, just like Zebek, and married someone from off the island. But so if the whole Davy clan was Dami Reversied, then that already kind of debunks. Because not everyone's going to be from the same island. Eris wasn't even from the same island. Yes, she wasn't Dami Reversied, but neither was Zebek at the beginning. So like they were just out of proximity, which also kind of like brings me back to a thought I was having with how Garp gets Dami Reversied. So they take out these Davy clan members. They think they're down and out. Like they're even like slower than they would be now because like a huge burst of hockey. But one is able to get up. It's probably going to be like the granny or his father is able to get up and get in between Zebek. Or like Garp is going to be between Zebek and his father there once he gets back up. And that is what's going to turn Garp. It's going to be that whole like, if you're in between people, flip. He's going to be the only one that is actually by happenstance in between because he's like distracted, backing up, going, what the hell's going on? Kind of gets tapped on the shoulder, sort of thing, like the Ice Oni, where it's like a simple transference. See ya.
And we get a Garp memory loss. Yes, yes. You know what's crazy, Ghost? I still, in my mind, think about the ones who made a duet saying, "You have a theory that Rox gave Whitebeard his scar." They were making fun of me, Ghost. Is that a possibility now, though?
Well, if he was his captain, why would he scar him? Well, he wasn't his captain for a good 20 minutes, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Or however long he was Dami Reversi. That's not my captain anymore.
Oh man. Oh man.
Get him out of there.
Oh well, the videos they made stitching that, trying to like, yeah, they deleted them. It's gone. So yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm sure you saved it though.
Oh, I did. I already saved it. They ain't getting away from this one. They ain't getting away.
Good.
Literally every theory you've made has been proven right. No, the hell it has not. I wish that'd be cool, but no.
There's been like things that like we were just saying with the whole like you had asserted that Shanks was going to be Rox's kid, but like Shanks was still involved in God Valley, but it still could be like Davy Clan related. Like still 9 out of the 10 points were hit. It's just like the theory still
Yep.
stands at that point. It's just like just because there was one aspect that was slightly changed, that's something we're used to. That's something we've been talking about since we started making theories. And Domi Reversi made everything make so much more sense.
I mean, the
Because
entire
we would
theory.
always get 8 out of 10 points. We'd be like, oh man, this lines up perfectly to a parallel to mythology. But there's just like, if this person was just representing this a little bit,
Yep.
this would make everything make sense. And then now Domi Reversi, oh, that's kind of like a thing Oda's just been doing. He's just been flipping the last 2 pieces. fucking asshole.
Yeah, I mean, the entire theory, dude, was just simply Rox went the God Valley incident. We were all wrong about it. We went to God Valley because Rox went to save his child, and then he ended up being down reversed because of it. And I believed his child was Shanks. So you know, you said 9 out of 10. The only thing wrong about that was Shanks was his kid. I haven't missed anything else about this shit yet. I have not been wrong yet, which is crazy. Only thing that was wrong is Shanks isn't his kid. Besides, but if Shanks still ends up being related to the Davy clan and somehow, I'll take that as a half right. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Have you seen that like fan picture on Twitter or X now that the Holy Knight colors have come out? It's just like, oh man, with these Holy Knight colors, this is probably what Zebek's gonna look like now. And they drew him with clown hair and stuff like that. They're like, man.
When I saw Zebek with clown hair and they were all pissed about it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a field day in a bit. I'm gonna have a fucking field day.
If that actually happens, that's gonna be.
If Zebek actually has rainbow hair, bro, they might hate me. I'm not gonna make a video go because they will actually they might cuss me out. I'm not gonna lie. They're
gonna be like, you know something.
Because dude, that would mean I would predict I had called the two-tone hair and then his hair being rainbow too. And specifically, I said it's when the dark side comes out. I thought it was the dark side of the Nika fruit, but if it's just him being down in reverse and he gets it, I don't give a fuck. I'll take it. I don't care.
Wait,
see, I enjoy dancing too, right? Because I figured if I get asked a lot, yo, what if people are rude as fuck to me? They're like, what? Why are everyone always like? Why are you guys like? They get mad that you guys like my videos or enjoy them. So the comments will be like, why is everyone like? What's so important about this? You know, has this guy ever gotten anything right? I've never seen this guy get anything right. So I started posting videos showing what I got right. So wasn't trying to be, hey, I got this right. And I did my dance, you know, I got it right. They got mad now they're mad at me for that too. So the next video, guys, look, I got this right. And I'm
trying to be humble and they're just like,
was
it you?
That's what I'm just gonna, guys, I got this one. Put my phone. That's it. That's the only video you get. That's it. I ain't doing nothing else. I won't even fucking sneeze. They might fucking curse me out, bro. I don't know. Yeah,
I was
Joe.
trying to see if Top Musica real quick had multicolored hair. The most they have is like green and yellow. I was trying to be like, oh, that would be like the perfect like.
That'd be beautiful. Gotta be jealousy? It can't be. These people have no idea who I am. They don't know me. What the fuck? This is weird. I don't know. When I see it, all of it this time, I'm like, geez. Like, when I saw my comment section, because as much as I got made fun of for the Dom University shit, I was like, okay. I did not expect to open my comment section and see them all tell me we all expected this. That was the last thing I expected to see. You know? That was the last.
I mean, obviously we knew Dami Reversi was going to play a part in some sort of flashback because it got introduced just before the flashback, but it's just calling the intricacies is what people were mad at, you know what I mean? It's just we were able to call down to the detail, this is what's gonna happen, these are possibly the players, this is definitely who's gonna get Dami Reversi'd. Like we said, if the Davy clan is there, they're gonna get Dami'd, and then Zebek in turn, since he's a Davy clan member, and everyone was like, no, D clan members can't.
They can't be Dami Reversi'd, and now they're pissed saying, oh, Emu can Dami Reversi anybody now? What the fuck? Now we're mad?
That's broken.
That's broken. How are we gonna stop?
That's endgame villain stuff.
You know? And that's why I enjoy this community. That's why I enjoy this community, dude, because with all the good, there's a lot of bad that comes with it, and you can't do shit but laugh at it. It's just some of it's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, there is part of me that wants to make a big video about just I'll just say it for everyone who's in here, but everything we learned in Vegapunk's message. I know a lot of people say just man, all this outside of 2 or 3 pieces of information, it's all a recap. 100% of it is a recap. No one, and I mean nobody. I wasn't even surprised when this came up on the page. Joy Boy was the first pirate. I was like, okay, just read to the next panel.
Thought that was
no shit.
Thought that was kind of known.
Pirates. If you didn't expect that to be written into the story, where it's just Joy Boy, and the reason pirates are even made pirates at all is because they go against the world government, of course Joy Boy would be considered the first
First fucking
pirate. Like,
pirate.
duh.
Yeah.
But then also the world flooding. The only thing that was remotely surprising was 200 meters. That's crazy. 200 meters, sure, that's a little insane because all it takes is 10 meters to destroy the world.
Yeah.
That's ruining
Bro,
coastlines.
200
that's
meters,
wild.
bro. Nobody survived. Nobody
Yeah, like
survived.
sure, the 200 meters that was a little surprising. It makes, but then you think about it for more than half a second. It's like, oh, no wonder all these countries are quite literally 5 kilometers across. To kind of go like to all this world scaling and everything that I've seen from like Brody Saigo, like
Yeah.
they're absolutely right. I even commented on Saiga's video. I'm like, even the land of the giants, for reference. For reference, Mount Everest, the tallest peak, 9 kilometers high. That's shorter than Zunisha. Zunisha is going to be the size of Elbath.
And you know
And
who else?
How tall are they? Less than 10 kilometers. And how far are they across? Less than 10 kilometers. At most, Elbath is 20 kilometers across, and that's the land of the giants. So
You know who-
people like going to all the statements for like Alabasas River and everything. That was pre-flood. They had a 50-kilometer wide, like,
Country.
river. Yeah, that was way down there. That was way back in the day.
Dude, I bet you Loki's as big as a tree too when he transformed. You know how Kaido, he was as big as, like, trumping the capital? Even though he wasn't bigger than the capital, he was as big as it, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
That's Loki next to Elbath when he transforms, bro. I know that fucker's huge. I know he's big, like big enough to wield that sword type big is what I think he is, dude. Like, Loki's big, bro. He's big.
I could see him being big enough to wield the sword in his mouth, sort of deal. Kind of like if you've seen Dark Souls, like Sif, like the wolf that has
Okay.
the sword in his mouth, just kind of like that. Like that would be kind of cool. Like not necessarily big enough to like wield it in his hand, but like effective enough to use it as like a Zoro parallel, right?
Oh, yeah.
Wield it in his mouth. Like that's the final Zoro parallel. He's got the 3-claw style, but he's got a sword in his mouth.
Yeah, dude, I've never saw the point in the whole arguments of trying to say the One Piece world isn't bigger than what it, like, that's just, I don't know. I don't engage in it because I was like, I just feel like it's not something I need to waste my time on. We all clearly know it's super fucking way bigger than our world. What? I don't even know if that's truly a debate, dude, honestly. You know? Like,
Yeah, like even if it's not like 3 or 4 times bigger, it's still like
at least 2. It's at least 2. At least 2.
you can see that it is bigger. The fact that like that's what's left over after a 200-meter rise is pretty substantial.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's 10 times bare minimum. I don't know. You might be tripping there. You might be tripping
But
there.
like if I was actually to put a number to how much bigger it would be personal agenda based on me thinking that Uranus is the ancient weapon, like the planet. Like I mean, like the planet is the ancient weapon Uranus. I
Oh,
said
yeah.
that sentence out of order.
Mhm.
But yeah, fuck. I forgot what I was going with, like that very last point, because I messed up my sentence.
Uranus being the planet, how big the planet itself is.
Oh, right. Uranus is 4 times larger than Earth. So, like, if there was going to be an equative reason to the world being bigger, it's because Uranus is the planet.
I mean,
And
dude,
it's like been re-terraformed.
even in Skypiea, they tell us we're moving planets, or in the past they were moving planets. If you look at Long Range Longland, not Skypiea, Long Range Longland, right? First of all, Skypiea too. Skypiea, we see that there were civilizations who lived on a whole different place on the moon. But in the Ohara map model, they show multiple planets around the main planet in the middle. That is the planet we live on, right? Those are like, we could say they're moons, but they're planets at the same time. Because if you think about it, right, what happens in all of these worlds is the same thing that happens in Long Range Longland. You see how the people on Long Range Longland, they live on one island, and when the waters recede, they can then travel to the next island. As in, if the flood goes away, they can travel. Dami reverses that. When the flood happens, they leave and go to a new planet. Destroy that planet, mine it for all its resources, i.e. destroying the Earth or in the forest, making it into a moon, destroy that moon, and they move to the next one. Same thing there. They mine the planet for all its resources, destroy the forest, turn it into a moon, a barren wasteland, next planet. And I think that's why the Ohara model, all those planets that are there, they're gone because they're planets that have been destroyed. They're gone. The moons that have been destroyed, they don't exist anymore.
Well, the water going up and down is kind of like representative of them mining out those resources, and the resources kind of like receding, and then them going to the next place.
Yep, but
resources kind of refill, and then they.
But also, like the flood happening, and when the water rises, they're stuck on an island. If you flip that, when the world floods, they leave. They're not stuck there, they leave. So whenever the world gets flooded or the world gets destroyed, they dip to the next planet. So that's why I think that's what happens in the first world. The world gets destroyed. Second world, the flood happens, like we see in the mirror. The flood happens. But in this world, we're in the third world where we don't have a choice. We have to have a savior save us this world because there's no other planets that exist to go to anymore. If that makes sense. Right. Like in every other planet.
This is the one piece that's left.
Literally. In every other planet, by the time we get to the second world, it gets flooded and destroyed. Humanity leaves to a new planet. But in this world, we need the third world to happen, or else we're fucked. Even wins.
Right. So you're saying the One Piece gods are some four-dimensional beings? One of them is.
Damn right. One definitely fucking is four-dimensional. Ichika. Wait.
Ichi, sunshine, Yan, we go.
One Piece, I'm on to you. Yeah, well. Oh man, I didn't even realize, Ghost. We're almost at a 2-hour episode today. I'm fine by me.
Ripping.
So who's the rain god? Is it Robin? I think it's Robin. I think Robin is the rain god. Devil Fruit specifically, yes. I'll run away to the bathroom real quick though, Ghost.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm gonna tell them what the One Piece is. Just kidding. I would never do that. Chopper has parallels, obviously, to that of Rudolph the reindeer. Yep, absolutely. And their like whole being an outcast from their herd is a massive aspect. Let's see. Let's scroll up a wee bit. Is it something tangible or physical? Oh yeah, absolutely. It's something physical that does another thing. Tien Fleurs. Clutch. Hell yeah. Thank you for the manifesting, One Punch Man. Much appreciated.
Yes, Chopper has heavy parallels to...
Thank you for the manifesting, One Punch Man. Much appreciated.
Yes, Chopper has heavy parallels to Rudolph the reindeer, my friend. Heavy. Joe, what's up with the highlighted trash? What's that? The reindeer, my friend. Heavy. Joe, what's up with the highlighted trash? What's that? Oh no, that stupid thing does that. Look at the T-Racing Chopper gaming chair. I've already seen it, and it's already in the cart. I've already seen it. I will be, in fact, copying that chair.
It is, in fact, already on the way.
You've been thinking about how Roger possibly made everyone leave their home so they don't get dummy reversing. That could be a big possibility that he's had all these people set out so they get dummy reversing eventually, or even to go in with that, possibly Joy Boy himself. He's the one who split and separated, or not separated. Imu has kept the world subjugated, and the original 20 kings, they chose to not take the mark of the beast or follow under Imu. That's what they chose not to do. So, Imu killed them, took their souls, and trapped them within the abyss. So Joy Boy, I believe, separated all their descendants so they would not be in the lands. That's why they tell us the names of the 20 kings are those of the 20 kings, the descendants. The names do not exist in the lands from which they came. That's what Cobra specifically tells us. So I believe Joy Boy might have separated, if this is true, all the D clans from their original homelands so they could not be Dami Reversi. You know?
I guess because there's no place like home. Wizard of Oz coming in clutch again. There's no place like home. I see you, Joe. Milk incoming. Heat it up. What do we think Emu did with Saturn's body? Atomized it. Fucking just took that shit away. They basically had like a time lock on Saturn, where it's just like here's your immortal body and your regeneration. I think the two are separate. Like one, there's the immortality where you don't age, and then there's one where there's the actual regeneration because we see that Garling and Sommers have both aged. So like both of them have aged, so speculatively they haven't earned immortality. They just have the undying body. Gonko might be the exception because she's the blade of God, so she has both.
One punch.
Whereas now that Garling is a Gorosei, he will be given that immortality alongside the undying body.
Thank you for the manifesting of the heart me, One Punch Man. And yeah, those two getting embarrassed the way they've been getting embarrassed, it makes sense why they didn't get the full repertoire of the contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Garling only just proved himself, right? Like,
You need to get out of here. Why? With Zop, what happened? Did we do something?
whatever it is.
So where is Zebek's body now? You want my answer? Mihawk has it. What kind of ship does Mihawk have? A coffin. Who was the one person that had all of the Rocks pirates' bodies? Gecko Moria. Where were their bodies on? Their bodies were being carried on land that had been turned into a ship. A coffin. Gecko Maria's ship is technically a big ass coffin with the bodies of the Rocks pirates. And Gecko Maria is a shadow man who controls shadows. So then you have Mihawk who's connected with the soul or the shadow of that man. So Mihawk probably has Zebek's body in his ship. Thank you, Derry. Or Barry, I'm sorry. You heard something you shouldn't have heard? Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm just curious what it was.
Yeah, me too, actually.
I want to say it again.
So Blackbeard, Blackbeard might transform.
Milk 30.
Oh, dude, I can't participate sadly. You, dude, Ghost. Oh, he's not here. If he could see what E just texted Joe. Ghost.
Come here. Oh, Jacob.
Check your Discord DMs.
My DMs?
Yeah, I didn't know where else to
Oh,
send it to.
was it the ready spaghetti?
Yeah. Did Joe send it to you when he sent to E?
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit. We have not let him live down ready spaghetti, bro. We have not let him live it down. Blackbeard might transform into an octopus-looking humanoid figure. Cthulhu. That's the in-game villain. Cthulhu. It's a big-ass octopus with the body of a human and wings. That's the end game right there.
Thoughts on the Rocks and Buggy connection? Solid. How it plays out? Who knows? Like, honestly, at this point, like, I thought we were gonna get like a little bit more, just because we're getting like big reveal, big reveal, big reveal. But obviously, where do you fit Buggy in all of this right now? Like, there's so much to tell right now for just Blackbeard and Shanks. Where do you fit Buggy right now? Because he just kind of shows up. You know what I mean? Might be a couple years later even.
This is a uncanny thing. Oda's done a great job of hiding that motherfucker. Out of all the people
Right?
he
Like,
hid,
it's like
I'm on the case
he's
now.
he,
Now
he's
I'm
literally
interested.
doing what Buggy sought out to do in the East Blue. He's laying low and not letting anyone know what the hell's going on.
Yes. Now I am interested. I am very much so interested.
There's a theory that he has Rock's body, and that would be supported by it's either Captain John's treasure is Rox's body, or Buggy is Rox, right? Like, if that's like the parallel that we're gonna draw from the Buggy cover story, because Rox or Buggy is the Rox parallel in that story, and he's going back to get his body. But also, that's just representative of him getting his flesh and blood, which is just his family.
Brian, thank you, my friend. Buggy has some insane hidden treasures. Buggy might be the hidden treasure himself. And no, not the One Piece. Although that is a very important treasure.
He might not even be Captain John's treasure. It's Sebek's treasure. Another child. The second son. Buggy Juro.
That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. He is called Second Son too.
And I guess like it was a little bit established with like Rayleigh too, that like Shockey is comfortable letting Rayleigh just go out and have fun with other people, other women. So what if Eris was the same? It's like, yeah, life is life.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Thank you for the.
I know what I got into.
Thank you for the 69 goats, honey. And John Doe, my boy. Connor, thank you for the heartbeat, my friend.
Davy D. Buggy would be the easiest thing to write into the story, and it would make the most sense, honestly. People would accept it because they'd be like, of course he is.
Yes, Luffy does claim his hat as his one and only treasure. That is correct. Will I ever tell you what I think the One Piece is before it's revealed? Nope. The chapter right before when we're getting the hints and everything, I still won't say shit.
You know what you should do? Is you should do like some sort of like way to timestamp the way you reveal what you thought the One Piece is you need to actually like completely shave your head like 2 or 3 years before the reveal and record a video.
Oh,
so
shit.
people see just like this isn't this is not a drill. This is me telling you what it is. And so you have like documentable proof and timestamp and hair stamp.
Of when I shave my head to tell you,
I said it.
this is not
Yeah, it's just like how you can tell like what year it was by watching Saiga's videos, because he has like 10 different forums he's been.
Dude, it's just the.
He changes his hair a little bit. He's a new person. He takes off his glasses. He's a new person, and everyone's like, "Is this a new video, or is like, are you literally just like this?"
Just the day it gets revealed, I'm gonna upload a video of me bald. Guys, this is the One Piece. Oh, he's serious. He's got a shiny spit shine dome on his head. He's definitely.
Yeah, man. Saiga's like Chopper. He's got like 7 forms.
The video y'all see me bald, just know I'm telling you the One Piece in that video. Ghost has now put the idea in my head.
Yeah. He's gonna have to wear a wig the rest of the time to make you not know that he actually shaved his head. It's gonna be one of those like, I'm 2 steps ahead kind of moments. I'm always 2 steps ahead.
Nah, I'm not gonna cut it. Don't worry, I won't be cutting it. Batista, what's up? The steak, I have not cooked it yet. Not gonna lie. I probably won't be eating dinner tonight or at all today. I have not eaten yet since yesterday or today. Maybe even the day before. Monkey D. Dome. You see I got a big head, Joe?
Perfectly dome-shaped head.
You just realized Emu's dome reversity abilities are similar to Gekko Maria's shadow zombies. Incorrect. That's either. Yep.
And very specifically to Killingham's, where when not Emu, when someone tells the zombies, "Why aren't you getting up? You're immortal. What are you even doing?" That's like when Killingham blows the horn and says, "Get up, guys. You're immortal. Remember, you have unbreaking bodies." And then all the nightmares get back up. Hell yeah.
Eat the steak raw. I mean, there are people who do that, and like when I watch those videos, I'd be like, damn, that looks good. I would try that, but I'm like, I get steak in front of me. I'm like, I would never eat this shit raw. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Like steak tartare sort of stuff.
They're like, yeah, like beef livers and shit like that. Like, I'm not steak tartare necessarily. Like, they're like actually just eating like it's a piece of steak out the packaging, bite out of it, just take a bite. That's what they're doing.
The only time I've ever done that, and it's because I'm a butcher, and I have the meat directly from the block, and I know that it's clean.
Well,
I've had
like I said,
like inside cut, like little, just to see.
well, like I said, I would try it and do it. It looks good. Like raw meat doesn't seem like it looks like doesn't taste. I don't know. It just
It's not like great, but it's not terrible. It's just one of the things. It tastes.
yeah. I
It
mean,
doesn't taste bad or good. It just tastes.
it's just there. It's just there. Where was this energy
Where was this?
earlier? John, though, listen, do you see how Ghost has the conversation in comparison to how you went about the conversation? You can learn a thing or two, you know? You can learn a thing or two, you know?
Bro, accepting his primal side. Hey, that's what you call.
I'm not gonna lie.
Meat that we cut in. That we
Ghost,
cut
when I hear people say, like when I think about, like, oh, I only eat, like, they eat meat, like, straight up like that, like, you're a carnivore. You're an animal. Like,
You are a beast.
you are actually a beast. And not the good kind. There's something.
Yeah, you are Luffy. You are indiscriminately beast.
You might be Wapple when you keep it up. Jeez.
Hey, can you lay down?
You bet Emu cursed both of them, but cursed Rogers more since he was Joy Boy like. I don't even know if Emu gave them the sickness at all. I don't think Emu gave either of them the sickness, if I'm being real with you. Maybe Whitebeard, but I don't think Roger got it from there.
Yeah, like if anything, Roger got it from Whitebeard because they always hung out and clashed after the fact. Like it could have just been like hockey sickness in that way, where it's like transference, where like Whitebeard got it from Emu, and then hockey kind of transferred it to Roger through their clashes.
Through their clashes, yeah.
Split.
Vapor, thank you for your Let 'em Cooks earlier, by the way. And Kevin with a big batch of roses coming in. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. You just won a title gifter position, too. WU, Kev. That's top roll, top 3 rolls right there, my friend. Top 3. So.
Yeah, like radiation sickness. Like the closer you are, the more proximity that you have, depending on like what kind of radiation. Yeah, just eventually make you sick.
Yes, someone
Like,
did
it's
it.
kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that Roger was more affected than Whitebeard overall, if that's the case.
Roger might have really been in the mix. Whitebeard
Like,
getting that.
he felt the need to end his life earlier than Whitebeard ever did. He's just like, nah, this sucks. I'm ready for I'm ready for the dawn. Let's go.
That's why, I mean, I just don't think it's a hockey sickness for one of the strongest men without devil fruit is this craziest way to go out. I fully agree.
Yeah.
I fully agree. Kevin,
It would be crazy.
right, my
I'm just
friend.
trying to think of how it would actually be written in if that was the case.
Let's get to see you and Kevin. Thank you for coming by and hanging out tonight, my guy. We appreciate you.
Dude, yeah, Mars Energy Blast in this latest episode.
Wait, that was the last episode?
Yeah, dude, you need to watch that.
It's that
Way
good.
they did it. It was like twice as good as any Boro breath I've ever fucking
Is
seen.
it bigger than Kaido's? Is it trumpet in size and power?
Destructive capability, maybe. Like it melts everything
Bro.
in its wake.
If I had known that was that episode, that would have already have been the new gifting notification. That would have already been changed. Oh my god, I need to go see that roar.
Yeah, it definitely. I don't know if it's bigger than a Boro breath at this point, but like it could very well be.
Mars is my goat, bro. He's my goat. He's so fired.
Yeah, could very well be the same size, if not just slightly smaller.
How do you differentiate a Conqueror's coding and any other clash in the show? Is it top tiers fighting or not? And
Yeah,
you,
vibes essentially.
yeah, like is it top two's fighting or not, and who's winning? That's how you differentiate. It's not really we're not really told a way to differentiate what type of hockey is being used, and I think Oda's doing that on purpose because there's another type of hockey we don't know about yet, and it's the one needed to damage devils. So I don't think we're
Like
gonna
the
get that.
closest thing that we got is like when people are using Conqueror's hockey, or the closest thing is that like bzzzt sort of sound. And
Yeah,
then there's just like a slightly different sound effect when it's not quite as strong a hockey or something like that. Like there's very small things that could be true.
if you're noticing, Odo's developing and adding on to what he has about hockey. Like observation hockey was mantra at first, and then what we know about observation hockey developed, and it's definitely stuff Oda just added in. And the same thing with every hockey system when we first learned observation, and we really fully went through observation and using observation, which was in Hulk Island and mastering that. And then we had to master armament and the abilities of armament within Wano. Now the same is going to happen now here with Conqueror's hockey. We've got to master the true capabilities of Conqueror's hockey. So in combination with the future sight, the Ryu of internal damage. Now you need the third piece, the Conqueror's hockey that fully completes it all. The ability to damage demons or to damage the soul itself. That's what I think it is. ACOX stands for Advanced Conqueror's Coding. That's what that stands for, my friend. Jorge, thank you for the pumpkin and the what's ups, my friend. Thank you. How are we doing? Mars Fruits are.
Off of Kaido's
Don't
fish
ever
form.
try my goat like that, bro. Don't ever try my goat like that. They're both feathered serpents, but Mars is the true feathered serpent, bro. Don't ever try my goat. Mars is actually like a feathered serpent though. Like he's like he's just a feathered serpent.
That's what they are, a feathered serpent. That's them.
Yep,
They
they're
fly.
and they're actually Dami reversing feathered serpent versions of each other. Like Kaido, he's got the snake mainly body and like the feathery dragon scales and like the feathery hair around him. Whereas Mars, he's got the feathery bird-like body and like the dragonish like tail. You know, just a slight feature of the other half. Kaido's a fish. Kaido is a dragon. He is not a fish. Dragons are a part of the fish family. Kaido is based off a Chinese dragon. Chinese dragons are Oriental dragons, or otherwise known as water dragons. Another name would be just the Qianlong itself. Kaido is in fact a dragon. He is not a fish. Fish just come from the dragon family. They're in the same family. That is all it is. So to anyone who tells you Kaido turned into a fish to awaken and all that BS, tell them they crazy as hell.
He's not even awakened.
He ain't even freaking awakened. Mars's hybrid's
But
gonna be
this
the
new-
most.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying that Dustin said how he's gonna love Mars's hybrid. Me too. I think it's gonna be the most goated thing ever. Like,
Oh, I can't wait. That's what I want to see to actually like cosplay. I want to see the hybrid form. Like,
cannot
that's
wait.
gonna look so good. Do you think with this new level of Advanced Conqueror's hockey, do you think it's able to revert people who are Dami Reversies? I think this is where this whole like power of love and like reverting people to their right state of mind is going to be very, very important going forward. Like that's going to be like not like the new Advanced Conquerors, but like the power of love is going to be a massive factor in what gets people out of it.
Oh, I think Katakuri would have awakened it too.
Yeah. Like the biggest thing is you have Joy Boys hockey that was stuck in the knot, and when they pulled that, it expelled all the demons from the area, the Gorosei, right? And the Giants described it as a non-hostile hockey. So this power of love is quite literally what expels the darkness.
Oh yeah, there is surely a Sanji upscale coming in.
He was already ramping up for that upscale at the end of Egghead when he said, light has holds no candle to the power of love.
Robin, thank you for the follow. And Kaido's a D head. Nah, he's hilarious, bro. The way he cracked Big Mom with that Kanabo for that devil fruit. Oh my god, I was crying laughing, bro, reading that on stream when that chapter dropped. It was so funny, so
Bro,
funny.
I hope that we see in this next chapter, if when Big Mom pulls up next to Kaido again, to just be just like, you know what, transformation looks good on you. I guess I'll let you keep it. Just say something cheeky like that, where it's just like, I could kill you, but you know what, you look happy.
I'll keep you.
Like it's more of like a coping like statement where she's like, I guess I'll let you live. You look happy.
I guess you can survive. I guess I'll let you
Yeah,
survive.
I guess you'll just owe me then.
Where the hell did that
And
go?
that's why Kaido was just like, when she says you owe me, he's like, what the fuck do you mean? I stole that fair and square. That's what he's thinking in his head.
Literally, and that's why
Just
they started.
fine.
That's why they started fighting. I owe you. Owe you what? For my kid.
Love is
Fuck your
the
kid.
One Piece. Yep.
Yeah, no, Kaido, dude, Kaido is the definition of fuck that baby. That devil fruit was for my child. Fuck that baby. He's
Fuck
mad.
no kids. Have
That
another
shit-
match.
Oh man.
Better luck next time.
Will the world serpent awaken or will there be a new incarnation of him? Both. I think the world serpent will awaken, but Emu is in control of it, becoming the Nuraona, which is, you know, a woman with a snake body. So Emu taking over the snake's body and becoming the head that rules over it. You know? And then I think the reincarnation of him is Loki within the devil fruit that Loki has. There's three, basically. You've got the actual one, which is the body. You've got the devil fruit that Loki has, and you've got the being or the person who basically has his soul trapped within him and wants to be the next one. Blackbeard. A lot of players in this whole moon story of who's the moon.
Bro was not letting that fruit leave that island. He wasn't even letting it hit the floor. Yeah. Ate that shit right out of the sky.
Bro,
That's biblical greed.
the way he's busting it down in her face, two cheeks full. I've never seen anybody eat a whole devil fruit besides Kaido and Buggy, bro.
I don't
Kaido,
think she's been that disrespected.
everybody knows they taste like shit.
Until Luffy called her on the phone and said, nah, I ate your shit. I ate all your candy. And she's just like, Kaido.
Kaido, she's fucking traumatized by him fucking stealing that damn fruit.
First my devil fruit, now my candy, now my cocoa puffs.
No, cause Ghost, he had full cheeks, smiling at Big Mom like, no, this shit good. Like he's smiling at her, busting it down in her
Tastes like
face.
shit, but funny thing is like it does taste like shit, and he's still got that grin on his face. He's like,
And what's funny to me, bro, he
smiling through the pain.
wasted no time, bro. Next panel, he's already a dragon. He didn't give a fuck, bro. Kaido was instant
He
transformation.
was my favorite that chapter. It's just like, dude, he's such a little kid. He's just like, guys, look at me. Whoa, no.
Oh my gosh. Damn. Now Kaido was just basically going through withdrawals because he missed his captain.
Oh, and I know I called the first traitor, but if we have a reason for Kaido to fight Zebek, then I guess I did call a betrayal in some way of them at least clashing, you know.
If anybody fights Zebek Ghost right now, this is betrayal. It doesn't matter. It's still Zebek. Like Zebek stole himself, so Zebek will still consider this as a betrayal.
Betrayal is a loose term, but it's just like they come to blows.
The whole thing. It's Damiroversi is what makes them team up against him. So if we have the Damiroversi happen, now I need to see the betrayal happen. Now we're really the events are falling into line very nicely, my friend. Very nicely.
Yeah, I
What
will
was-
miss this joy boy like Kaido. He's gonna get traumatized soon. He's good. Yeah, having to kill your idols. No good.
Kaido's awakened form, red dragon, a red dragon. Literally a red flaming dragon. It really is funny, D's. Damn right. Things are starting to make a lot more sense, my friend. But hey, guess what, guys? We have reached our theory piece shutdown time. Not gonna lie. I realized how long we've been running, Ghost. We're almost at 2.5 hours. That's actually good. You got a long ass episode to watch.
Hey, fair enough.
Oh man, oh man. Now I know we didn't have
shiny Gyarados.
I know we didn't have E and Drag tonight, guys, but do expect them to be here next theory piece. Expect to see everybody here this Friday coming up for our next theory piece, which starts at 8:45, between 8:45 and 9 p.m. Usually around 9 p.m. we start though. We'll try and run for about an hour, hour and a half, but sometimes we'll go overtime. You never know. It just depends, you know? Ghost, anything you want to say to everyone, my friend?
Just thanks again for tuning in, and thanks for all the support, the comments, the questions. Thanks for just keeping it rolling all night. Like we said, like if we get on a roll, it's easy to keep just going.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. We love you guys. We love you all. We appreciate you all for coming by, hanging out, gifting, supporting. And if you were late, missed some of Theory Piece, we had some great talks tonight for sure about the chapter. You can definitely check this episode out on YouTube, or just go over to my Twitch. The VODs are there too. But I recommend YouTube. You know, help me out with my YouTube traction. You know, I'll probably start using the app more. But until then, we thank you guys for coming by. We appreciate you, and we'll see you guys next Theory Piece.
It's your boy Drac. We'll come back here with some more theories, more speculation. So let's go ahead and lock in.
Y'all got time for a theory?
Well, if you ask me, it's not outside of the realm of possibility to say that.
Let's theorize for a second.
Brain is in flames, you got time for a theory? Thinking about the One Piece? We can heed your query. Hear me now, listen up, gather round the campfire. Is it Oda or a metaphor, a parallel or